It just isn't the same without the lion. Join the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance today. Visit sdzwa.org.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron end slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club, Diddy!
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
Welcome home, DeMarco.
Thank
Welcome
you,
back.
sir.
Good
Yes.
to see your smiling face. Why don't you have your name tag on today?
I forgot to put it on, and they misspelled my name.
Yeah,
no one
they
spells
did
my name
misspell
right.
your. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking about that. That apparently they missed the apostrophe.
Wait,
in
hold
your
on,
name.
Brian, spell my name.
Well, I know how to spell it.
Spell-
D apostrophe M-A-R-C-O.
Wrong.
What?
No.
Spell it again.
Can I
Go-
try?
Go ahead.
Capital D apostrophe capital M-A-R-C-O.
Correctamundo.
Is that a technicality?
Yes.
Yeah.
AF,
You got you on a technicality.
It's like how I lost in Game of Games when we were playing Jeopardy. I said bison. I didn't say what is bison. Like, F out of
the
here.
rules of the game. Yes,
Yes.
capital M.
A-R-C-O. Correct.
Can I
What's
show you
up?
something?
Shoot.
You know, I do my little pad every day.
Yeah.
Look at the top of that pad.
What does that say? I can't see
Look at
that.
the very top of that pad.
DeMarco.
Spelled.
D apostrophe capital M-A-R-C-O.
See? I know what I'm doing.
Spelled
here.
correctly.
I know what I'm
Brian.
doing. Here. I just like, yeah, Brian. How dare you? Welcome, Brian.
My bad.
Thanks
Thank
for
you. Happy
you
to
and
be here.
Jorge are doing a little
Little flip-flop today.
double dutch
Yeah.
today, or what?
Yeah.
What's the Lindsay Lohan thing? Where they're twins and they
Freaky Friday?
Parent
Freaky
Trap,
Friday.
not
yeah,
double
no,
dutch.
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Something
had a
like
big double dutch phase in
That's
elementary
the jump
school.
rope thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was a Disney
That-
Channel original movie called Jump In, starring Corbin Bleu and Kiki Palmer, that I was really obsessed with. And I was a part of the Double Dutch after-school activity squad and played Double Dutch a lot.
I did not know that, but I am not surprised to hear that, and I'm not surprised to hear any sort of story of DeMarco that begins with Emily that goes, there was a Disney Channel movie that, and then fill in the blank
Take
after
off.
that.
I had a lot of what's it called? Like, I wasn't watched.
Unsupervised.
Unsupervised access to Disney Channel and cable, so I watched a lot of Disney Channel original movies.
I'm just trying to do my
Can you double dutch?
I'm doing it now.
The people that can do that,
Yeah.
they're like high-level athletes.
Oh, my God.
They can jump, they land on their hands, they spring.
I
It's
saw
crazy.
I
Spin
saw
around.
a little group in Watts and the feet. I'm like, can you play corner? I'm serious. Can you back paddle? Look at those
Do
feet.
they have stronger legs than the new guy?
They might.
Holy
They
smoke.
might. There's some hamstrings there. I know.
Holy
he's skinny. And
smoke.
he can cover, though.
I
Manuel
saw-
Forbes Jr.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Forbes Jr. has lower legs that are like pipe cleaners.
Yes.
He is a thin man.
He can cover. He's a great cover corner. That's not what I worry about.
yeah. I worry about
Tackling
him
in the
getting
open field.
broken in half.
Yeah, he can play. We'll see what happens.
Like, if
Yeah,
I
yeah.
worry about Tutu taking a tackle, I don't know about this guy delivering a tackle.
You know, Tutu's pretty tough. He is.
I don't doubt his
he takes some
toughness.
shots. Yeah.
The toughness is not my issue.
I thought
It's
he was going to
the
be dead a long time ago.
breakability that you can be
Yeah.
the toughest guy in the world, but if a 300-pound person hits a 170-pound person,
True.
the 170-pound person gets broken.
You know, the guy I hit the hardest, or who hit me the hardest and hurt the most, was actually Warwick Dunn.
Oh yeah,
He looks tiny, right?
but he was stout.
he was all muscle.
Yeah.
He's 5'6" of
Yeah.
180 pounds of muscle. It hurt. Yeah.
why didn't you get low? Low man wins, DeMarco.
Bro, how am I going to get lower than 5 foot nothing? Come on.
That's the only thing I remember from my 1 year of football.
Yeah.
Low man wins. Low man wins.
Not always.
Not always?
Not always.
Not if
always.
the low man is 5, what is he, 5'9"?
He can go like subterranean on you in a heartbeat. Yes. You have
Maurice
fun?
probably got the low man a few times.
Did you guys talk about the Lakers yesterday?
Oh,
you and
of
Beto?
course.
Did
Of
Beto
course.
give
What
you-
else would we have talked about
I
yesterday?
mean, God, bro, really, it's bad. That's bad. That's ugly. That's bad, ugly. That's bad, ugly.
It's the worst 2 games back-to-back that the Lakers have ever had.
I'm depressed.
And look, the Lakers have been fortunate that they're very rarely terrible. They're occasionally not very good, and they're occasionally uninspiring, but they haven't been terrible very often. The last 2 games have been terrible. They've lost by a combined 70 points.
See, I've been through bad stretches as a Laker fan where it's just not going the way you want it to go or you're not going to win a championship. But that was flat out embarrassing. I cannot remember the last time I watched a Laker game and I felt embarrassed. Like, good Lord. Like, people were making fun of me because that's your team. Look how bad they look. Miami's toying with you. Look, I think there's only one answer here, and we all know it, right?
What's that?
You know what it is. See, everybody's afraid to say it.
What am I afraid to say?
They got to play better. See, I can't even say it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to say it.
No, say it.
I don't want to get run out of the building.
There's no running. Nobody's going to run you out of the building. No one can get lower than you.
Or I don't want the heat. I mean, there's a lot of heat when you bring up that guy's name with anything.
You think this is LeBron related?
Of course it is.
Why?
He was
the only one that played well last night, 2 nights ago.
He's old. He
is old.
And I think there's no way to coach this team. I think that's proof.
You think this is a coaching issue?
Vogel, Darvin Ham, and now J.J. Redick has lost the team.
Don't forget about Luke Walton.
Luke Walton, 4 coaches.
Yeah. I don't think he's lost the team. I don't think there's much he can do with the team. Oh, they got their hands handed to them.
I've seen them get beat before or run out of the gym. They stopped competing.
They did.
JJ can't play. Yeah. He's not on the court.
But I don't think there's a way to coach this team.
There may not be a way to coach this team, but I don't put much of this on JJ's ticket. I put this on the players' tickets. I put this on the inability to compete on a night when there really wasn't any excuse not to compete. This is. I don't think that J.J. Redick forgot to tell them to try.
No, I think it's all symptomatic. I do. I think it's all symptomatic. And when you're trying to coach and be a new coach and you know you're going to put the hammer down on certain guys and certain things, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to be about. And your best player doesn't do it. And you can't coach him. So that filters down. Now we're coaching 2 different teams. I don't think there's a way to coach. And I'm going back to Dan Hurley. Maybe that's the reason he didn't want the gig. Or maybe he liked where he was. There is no way to coach this team. How do you coach them? How? When 1 or 2 guys are separate from the rest?
I don't think it's a coaching thing. Look, it's a personnel thing. You could put Phil Jackson on that team. It's not going to change anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. This is they don't have enough good players thing. This is their best guy is older. A lot older.
Real old.
Their second best guy has gone back to the guy that's like, hey, what happened to him, right? Like the MVP guy that we were talking about
Wednesday?
a couple of weeks ago is long gone.
That's what I meant. Was it Wednesday or Tuesday? I was absolutely tired. Was it Tuesday? We were having this discussion about Anthony Davis and give him a grade, and I said DF.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Take over the team. You're the biggest voice in the room. You got to be that guy, and even he's starting to regress.
I'm not quite as far down the road as you are on this. It was a terrible couple of nights, and I'm really interested to see what happens tonight in Atlanta because I think it's going to tell you about J.J. Redick. I think it's going to tell you about LeBron James, who might not even play tonight. But this is the bigger thing than them just getting killed a couple of nights in a row, which happens. I'm not trying to minimize how bad it was. It was really bad. It's the calendar that I think is the most alarming point. If they showed you one of these in the middle of February, right?
What? The schedule?
Just a total clunker. You lose by 40 and you just get run out of the building. And they've been going through this for 5 months, and they're just not very good.
Without seeing the tape, I'd be okay. But watching the game, it's different.
No. Yeah. So what I'm getting at is that this could be this looked like a team that had played 5 months. Let's just get this over with. I just want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. We're not going anywhere. We have no future. DeMarco, they got 60 games left.
I know.
They've got basically 3/4 of the season remaining in front of them. And I want to play. We played this yesterday, but I want to play it again because this isn't just Travis or DeMarco saying this. This is a guy that's won a fistful of NBA championships, Robert Horry, who was seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
It reminds me of some teams when they're mad at the coach and they're trying to get him fired. And it's just what it looks like, man. And I know they love JJ, and I'm not saying that they're trying to get him fired, but it just looked like an uninspired team. It reminds me of a team I played on when next thing you know, Dale Harris got fired. And we got Kurt, and then next thing they win a couple of championships. But they need to find a way to find some type of spark, because the spark is not there. You know, it's almost like, you know, to me, I think about guys on that bench that can provide energy. There's not an energy guy on this bench. And so I'm thinking sometimes you need to, you know, mix some things up or muck some things up. And I'm going to bring up quickly from the G League, a guy who has a lot of energy, a lot of passion. You missing a point guard. And AR, bring this kid up. You know what? I'm going to give him a shot to bring some energy, because you know
just got back from
he's going to take advantage of his shot. And to me, everybody right now just look like they're like, yo, I'm waiting for this. Oh, hey, I'm like, oh, should I say it? 1, 2, 3 Cancun? Is it a little too early? It just looks like they don't have the energy. They're just not inspired. And they need to find a way to get that love of winning back.
They don't have the energy. They don't look inspired. 1, 2, 3 Cancun. They look like the team that's trying to get their coach fired.
Yeah.
DeMarco, they've played 20 games.
I know.
This is not multiple seasons. Last year at the end of the line, when Anthony Davis said about Darvin Ham, we don't know what we're doing on either end of the floor, you're like, okay, this is 2 years.
It's one thing to say it. It's one thing to do it.
2 years of us listening to this guy. This is a few weeks. It's early in the season, and that's the sort of performance they put out there. That, to me, that's the most alarming point.
I'm going to be.
They ran up the white flag in December.
I'm going to be so on point with what JJ Redick says from here on out. I am. I'm going to listen to every single word he says, because there's a lot of coach speak, and there's a lot that he can't say, and I can't wait until somebody pushes him. This is going to be fun and explosive for us, but it's going to suck for Laker fans, because this team is going nowhere, and we know it. That's the thing. And I thought Big Shot Bob was going to say, bring up Bronny. That's why I was like, I'm like, are you kidding me?
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Like, it's bad.
I was going to say, Bob, we
haven't hit the Bronny can save us phase.
Well, he is questionable tonight. So
you had me. That's the guy.
The problem that you don't want to say is that they're stuck in the same place they were stuck in a couple of years ago, the same place they were stuck in last year, the same place they're stuck in right now, the same place that they may be stuck in a year from now. They're trying to have one last hurrah with LeBron James as the centerpiece of their team, and it's not going to happen.
See,
not with this group.
So if LeBron was sitting here, I would say, can't you see that you might be the problem? And I would just wait for his answer. Because maybe you can't, but everyone else can. I think JJ can see
Explain that more. What do you mean by he is the problem? He was the one guy in Miami that played reasonably well.
You have to be all in as a team. So especially with new coaches, they're going to put in some principles, some rules. This is how we're going to do X, Y, and Z. So everyone has to abide by those rules to be coached so we can get better. But you can't coach everyone one way and one guy another. You just can't. You can't let LeBron get away with doing what he's doing on the floor. You have to coach him as hard as you'd coach Dalton Connect. And when you don't, you start losing people. That's just team sports. That's just how it goes. Well, that's the thing. You can't fix it. There is no fixing. Unless he realizes it. Because no one's going to tell him. Even the owner can't tell him.
They're going to keep doing it.
Exactly.
They're going to keep doing it, and there's going to be talk. Well, they could trade for this guy.
But I do have an option. I don't have to watch.
Not good enough.
Yeah,
the team's not good enough.
True. I don't have to watch as a fan. Right.
And they played bad teams early in the year, and they were winning, but it was not like they were running them out of the gym. They were winning games, and that's fine. And I do think that JJ Redick is organized. I think that he's on point. I think that he's doing the stuff that you'd like to see do. You can't turn chicken blank into chicken salad. You know what I mean? Like at some point,
I didn't think you'd be
what it is.
But I didn't think you'd be 20 games in and see a mutiny. I thought you'd.
I don't think it's a mutiny. I think
I saw a mutiny. That's terrible. Even Robert Horry said that. You look like you're trying to get a guy fired.
But he also said that's not what I'm saying they're doing. He said that's what it looked like.
But that's what I mean. That's what it looked like. You
think they've turned on JJ Redick after 22 games?
Based on what I saw, that looked terrible. You got to give me a valid reason why you look that bad. I've seen tired teams before. I've never seen a disinterested team like that.
I don't think that was hey guys, we don't like JJ, let's go lay an egg.
Well, clearly something stinks. That's what I'm saying. So what the reason is, I don't know. Only they know. But that looked bad last night.
I think I know. I'll tell you what it is next. It's Travis DeMarco. Welcome back, DeMarco. Apostrophe capital M Arco.
Yeah, you got my name wrong.
710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason in Ireland. Today I won after Travis and DeMarco.
People are upset. It's not fair that we're the evil empire. And you know what? I say let's get more evil and sign somebody else.
Absolutely.
Let's load up.
Every fan of every franchise wants them to do exactly what the Dodgers are doing.
It's just jealousy.
And it's great.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
The tears taste delicious.
Oh, the tears taste delicious.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason in Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Get ready, LA. The Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is back at SoFi Stadium on December 18th at 6 p.m. Be there as the Mountain West top team goes head-to-head with the former Pac-12 contender in a showdown you won't want to miss. Tickets and premium suites are on sale now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a part of the action. Visit LABowlGame.com to secure your seats today. That's LABowlGame.com.
You never expect a game-ending double play, walk-off grand slam in the World Series, or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Travis with DeMarco and Evan Cohen.
Only one all-star team you can call to pinch hit for you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call this number, 213-747-2000.
Don't get struck out by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation that you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team hit it out of the park for you.
Hey, everybody. Excited to have with me in studio the one and only Dr. Monica Madden from Beverly Hills Ortho. Hi, Dr. Madden.
Hi. Thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right. Let's get to why we want everybody to listen carefully, because you have a special offer for ESPN LA listeners. Tell me about it.
We're really happy to be part of the ESPN LA family and so grateful for everyone listening right now. We are giving the first 5 people who register now and every time this airs $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7, let's do this.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
This is from...
It's double Dutch music.
This is from Jump In. This is by Corbin Bleu for the Disney Channel original movie Jump In.
Wasn't he in the
High School Musical?
High School Musical, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is the basketball player who's trying to convince Troy to not do the play because he has to do basketball.
Turn that up. Hold on. Can I think I can bump this, right? No?
You should.
Going down Figueroa with the windows down? Come on. Would you look at me funny? Going through the drive-thru?
I might look at you funny for a different reason. But my fast food streak came to an end.
Did it? Oh, you did? What'd you eat?
Jerry, our intern Jerry, messed me up.
What'd he bring?
He brought in yesterday. He brought in like 600 sacks of McDonald's.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
And I only had one bite, but
Was it good?
Emily said that was enough to disqualify me.
Was it good?
Of course it was good.
Glorious, wasn't it?
Of course it was good.
Just go all in and have one. You got to have a cheat day.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Who else had McDonald's?
I had, one of the sandwiches that Jerry brought in.
Was it glorious?
Did you get your hands on one, Brian?
I've never had a McGriddle before. That was the first time I had one.
Oh, glorious burgers.
A lot of bread.
A lot of bread.
I'm not a pancake person.
A lot of bread.
So, like, they give you. So, you've had a McGriddle, right?
No, I have never actually eaten a McGriddle.
So it's a sausage McMuffin, only instead of an English muffin, it's made with 2 pancakes.
Yeah, and they got the syrup in it, right?
Yeah, but the pancakes are thicker pancakes, so it's a lot of pancake.
That does sound good, though. That's a good idea.
It didn't taste bad. It was just one of those kind of situations.
Whoever came up with that, he's a pothead.
Yeah. Well, all fast. Look, it's like I didn't go to culinary school or anything, but you make stuff taste good.
Yeah. What?
Salt and fat.
And pork?
Sure. Well, what's in pork? Salt and fat.
Yes.
Right?
Good
Salt
call.
and fat is wonderful.
Yes.
Hey, that's
easy.
not great. What should we add to it?
Salt, fat,
and
grease,
butter.
We're good.
Yeah,
and
put
deep
salt
fry
and
it.
butter. Even better.
And deep fried till it tastes
even
good.
better. Not
Love
a bad way to do it.
Nice. But you're okay. One bite's okay.
So,
one bite's okay.
That's a bit of a half truth.
Did you eat the whole thing?
No, I
Half
did not.
of it.
I ate one bite.
Yeah.
And then I ate the sausage and threw the pancakes out.
That's still good.
Yeah.
I think that still counts.
That counts to the good or the bad?
To the good.
Oh.
You threw the bread away.
Where were you yesterday
You
when I
took a
needed
bite.
you?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to say I've not had that much bread, but there's a lot of bread. Marco.
That's good.
It
That's good
was
willpower.
It was salty. It was sweet. It had the little syrup. It was.
Don't try to corrupt me. See, bringing crack to Pookie right now.
This is the first step. Like you had your turkey at Thanksgiving, and now we're kicking the door open.
Can I just take a minute on that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know John Sally.
Sure.
Spider Sally.
Yeah.
So he had gone vegan years ago.
You're right.
And he'd gone over the top vegan crazy to the point where he had an issue with his daughter because she snuck a pizza in the house.
Oh.
I'm like, that's going too far, John. But he told me a story where he thought, like, if you eat the animal flesh, you're ingesting the soul of the animal.
Okay.
Have you heard that before?
Yeah, a lot of people believe that.
Okay, so I didn't believe it until I ate some turkey.
Now you feel like a turkey?
A couple of days ago, I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Were you gobbling in the backyard?
Not gobbling, but like, why do I feel like I'm in a hole? Like,
or like you feel like,
What do you mean
they
you felt
think,
like you were in a hole?
like a hole. Like I don't want to say the word depressed, but I felt like I was in a hole.
You felt down.
And like, why? This is good.
Are turkeys known to be depressives?
or tryptophan.
It might have been, or something. But something happened when I ate that turkey.
I thought you woke up the next morning and went,
no,
something like that. Like I don't know.
Don't you ever do that again.
I'm good at bird sounds,
or
by the way.
Warn me. It's not the sound; it's the look on your face when you do it. Oh God!
I see. I even got like a little gobbler thing going on here. By the way, I don't like that. I saw my reflection in the mirror the other day, and I got that neck thing.
The waddle?
Yeah.
You're good.
No,
you're good.
I need to grow my beard longer.
Emily,
I need to
have you
conceal
seen his
that.
turkey thing before?
Want to see it, Em?
I'm seeing it right now.
Pretty good,
It's
right?
kind of weird, right?
Pretty good.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Which means it's going to do it a lot more.
It puts the basket in the lotion.
Have you not heard my Buffalo Gruden?
No, you have a Buffalo Gruden.
I think
Please
it's a guy that James Gum,
Yes.
the bad guy from
Yes.
Silence of the Lambs, or one of the bad guys. He reminds me of John Gruden.
That guy reminds you of John
Or
Gruden.
more to the point, John Gruden reminds me of that guy. Because John Gruden, remember when John Gruden was working at ESPN?
Yeah.
And he would do like his quarterback camp where he'd bring the guy into the
Yeah,
trailer
the
and
board and whatnot.
the board. And
Yeah.
he'd say, draw up this play. Or hey, I'm going to call a play. You go write it up and where it goes. And Gruden was like, I'll coach you so hard. I'd love to coach you. It was really weird.
That is terrifying.
So
I never heard it that way. Oh my God. You are that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I've got a lot of great impressions as long as it's nothing from this century.
I'll take the turkey waddle. Yeah.
Anything there. Here's the problem with the Lakers.
Okay.
It's not J.J. Redick. It's really not even LeBron James exactly. He's part of the overarching direction that I think is the problem. They don't have enough good players, and they can't get them.
Yes.
That's the problem. It's not that LeBron is older, which he is. It's not that he doesn't play defense frequently, which he does not. It's not that sometimes he is the center of the universe when Anthony Davis should be.
That bottom of plus minus. Yes.
He's way at the
way
bottom.
at the bottom.
All of those things are true. But LeBron James, like I told you, he's one of two guys in the league that's like 22, 8, and 9. There's two guys in the league. It's him and Jokic. So he's still
so
a
here's
useful
But here's
player.
where I burn down the house. Sometimes numbers don't impress me.
I agree. I
they
don't disagree.
really don't. Sometimes numbers do not impress me at all.
You would agree, I think, that he's the best player on that team, or worse, the second best player on the team.
Okay, let me explain real quick, because they're like my position, defensive tackle. We got to do run pass the whole nine, right?
Yeah.
So when you see guys that have these inflated numbers, and you're watching tape, this guy, he doesn't play the run at all.
Jadeveon Clowney.
All he's doing is rushing the passer,
Yeah.
and he happens upon 4 sacks.
Yep.
But you think that's the greatest thing ever because of numbers. So sometimes numbers don't impress me.
I agree.
Okay.
But I don't think that's what's going on
Okay,
with
but
LeBron
go ahead.
James.
Yeah.
I think that what's going on with LeBron is he's not LeBron from even 5 years ago, certainly not from 10 years ago, but he's still the second or best player on this team. I don't think he's the problem. I don't think Anthony Davis is the Anthony Davis' consistency could be better. He's not. It's everything else that's the problem. And everything else is not going to change. Everything else is not fixable on the fly like Laker fans want it to be. Everything else includes the direction of the team, which is what do you want to be? Do you want to have a full arena because LeBron James is setting records and he's LeBron James and he's fun to watch? That's fine, but this is what you're going to get. If you want to go in a different direction and as difficult as it would be, say, you know what? We need to get worse so we can get better. Then that's another direction you have to. It would be difficult to watch him go, but you have.
So JJ told him to look that bad.
You're gonna have. It's nobody's telling anybody to be bad.
That would be
They
a great
just
angle. Yeah.
Are this bad?
Yeah.
It's nobody's doing it on purpose. It's just the result
But
of,
I've
of
seen bad
kicking the can down the road for 3-4 years.
But we've seen bad teams before. We've seen teams that are just overmatched. Everything you said. This was something else.
You think so?
Oh my God! Are you guys were jogging and beating them down the floor?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Giving up open layups to throw it back out because we got time, and no one does a thing.
If this became something that happened to them quasi-regularly,
well, we'll see the next time out.
Well, it's tonight
Yeah.
against a pretty good Atlanta
Yeah.
team.
We'll see what happens.
And I don't think LeBron will play. There's no official word yet, but it looks like they were setting it up for him to not play.
Okay.
Right? Good.
I'm interested. Let's see what they look like without him.
See what the effort looks like.
Yeah.
Let's see what
That'll
the
be your
competitive
answer.
nature looks like. Because, look, they could go out there and lose by 12 points, and it could be a fine game.
Or a nail biter.
Yeah. You could go out there and lose by 12, and you're like, that was light years better than what you saw in Minnesota,
That's
light
what
years
I can't
better
wait
than what
to
it
see.
saw in Miami. But if they go out there and kind of just sleepwalk through it again, now you got a real problem. That it's not just a couple of bad nights, and now
But what if they come out looking like gangbusters? They're fast. Everybody's hustling. They may not win the game, but they look completely different without him on the floor. Then what?
Well, we got some of that the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But do you really think they're better without LeBron
No,
James?
no,
I don't either.
I don't think you're a better. See, that's the weird conundrum you're in with him. I don't think you're a better
exactly
team without
right.
him, but you might have a chance to be without him.
Look.
You might have a chance to reach your potential.
Life without him is going to happen eventually. The question is when. And do you want to accelerate it, or are you going to let this thing die a natural death, which is more of this? More of mediocrity. More of you're kind of floating, and they're not mediocre because LeBron is mediocre. They're mediocre because everybody not named
Everyone
LeBron
else.
and AD is mediocre.
Yeah.
But the way to get the rest of it better is to get worse so you can get better. That's just pro sports.
I don't think you can get any worse.
No, you're focused on the 1 or 2 games.
Because
I'm talking about the 3 years
I know,
we've
but I
looked
have
at.
never seen that before.
But it didn't,
except for pickup basketball.
But last night or 2 nights ago was an extreme example, DeMarco. But it's been 3 years of this.
I know, but when's the last time you saw that?
Yeah, not in a long time.
That's ever.
But
I've never seen that.
That's just the most extreme example of the underlying problem, which is when nothing's working, you have no chance.
Well,
you have
we'll
the talent floor is too low.
I just hope he can't go. I'd love to see what happens without him for just one game. This one coming up versus Atlanta, that would be interesting.
Let's try a phone call here. Let's go to Chris in Los Angeles. Chris, you're on with Travis and DeMarco. What's up?
Good morning, gentlemen. You know, it's interesting if you look at it. It seems to me that they're just uninspired. You know, they played their best basketball when they were playing for that first in-season cup, and everyone got their huge bonuses. They look like a championship team. So since then, it's just been and I don't know if it's from LeBron or I don't know if I don't think JJ's lost the locker room. I think they just aren't playing.
What would take your inspiration away? What does Dalton Connect? What would strip him of his inspiration to play basketball at this point?
I don't think he should have any less inspiration being a rookie. That's what's weird. I don't know what the problem is. You're right. It's kind of curious because JJ's a smart guy. He relates well to people. You hear him in his interviews. So I don't know what it is other than the only common denominator, which may be LeBron and what happens in practice with him. But they just play like they're uninspired. They don't play like like they're really, really trying hard like they did when they were trying for the money.
Thank you, Chris. There's a malaise over this team that is hard to define but easy to see.
No doubt. And I think the problem is easy. I really do. Everybody's dancing around it.
Tell me.
I just told you.
No, you didn't.
I can't wait to see what happens when he's out.
So you want him out?
There's no way to get him out. There's no way to do it. That's what I'm saying. But everyone knows what the issue is. Like, how do you... Dalton Knecht just got here. A lot of these guys are young. What strips your inspiration from you?
I don't think it's inspiration.
To use his point.
I think it's talent. And if it's
but
just
what else could it be? It's not that the weather's bad here. It's not that you're not being paid. It's not that you play for a team that doesn't have fans. You got everything.
I figured something out about you.
Yeah.
You're a weather snob.
I
figured this out. You bring up the weather frequently. I'm starting to get this.
I got a phone call from people in Detroit. They were like, "Ha, we won 11 straight." I'm like, "Aha, it's 65 degrees." How about you?
When we talk about SC, the weather is always one of your. It's really nice here. And
I'm wearing shorts. How about you?
Really nice here. Yeah, well, I mean, 11 to 12. Are they 12-1 now?
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
But we're going to the beach after this.
You shouldn't be a weatherman in your spare time.
No,
Why not?
because that's the worst job in town. People throw shakes at the weatherman.
Not here.
You're frequently wrong.
Not here.
That's true.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Here's my guess for the next 6 months.
Beautiful.
Count how many times I'm going to be wrong. It's going to be pretty nice.
Every day.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty nice. Yeah, well, it's not. Well, yeah, it's kind of nice.
It is nice.
It's going to be somewhere between 65 and 75 and nice.
It's not nice
Might
now.
Might be a little cloudy, but probably not.
It will be in 45 minutes, yes.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about what we saw last night. Thursday Night Football. Really good game. Really fun game to watch.
Great game.
You said something happened before the game that you were not surprised at all. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. And let's talk about my friends at NextGen. 833-3NEXGEN. That's the name you need to know when you're talking heating, when you're talking plumbing, when you're talking air conditioning. You saw my move, didn't you, DeMarco? I'm pretty fast like that. You see, don't laugh at my moves. I'm very, very quick. NextGen, they are the best in the business, backed by thousands of 5-star reviews online, including the 2 that I'm going to give you right now. I've had them out to my house twice. Both times, they knocked it out of the park. And right now, they've got an unbelievable deal going on right now, a NextGen VIP. For just $14.99 a month, you're going to get complimentary multi-point heating and cooling tune-ups, plumbing and safety inspections, and VIP guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointments, which means if anything goes wrong, they're going to come out and they're going to fix it right away, right? That's the best part. When something goes wrong, you don't want to wait around for your heater to get fixed. You want to fix right away. That's what NextGen is going to do to you. Call 833-3-NEXTGen, 833-3-NEXGEN, and become a NextGen VIP. And you can also go to nextgenairandplumbing.com for more details.
Still throwing it down.
Backdoor cut to LeBron and a thunder dunk. Beautiful pass, and LeBron slams it home.
Guess who's back? Still hitting big shot after big shot.
Three-pointer. Good again! Who is this guy? That's the oldest player in the league?
Live every thrill of LeBron and the Lake Show on 710 ESPN.
Still running the game, still.
Kick back at Lazy Dog Restaurants. Whether it's for the big game, a casual night out, or happy hour, even late night happy hour. Enjoy handcrafted meals, drinks, and craft beer. Find your closest location at lazydogrestaurants.com.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Big news, Rams fans. Your favorite team added some new personnel. I'll cue up the announcement. Here we go.
With the next pick in the NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams have chosen Jacob Ronnie as their chosen legal partner.
That's right. The Rams decided to call Jacob. So remember, Rams fans, when you're injured, call the chosen legal partner of your favorite NFL team. Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MOVE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could beat lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text SPARK to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text SPARK to 42424. That's SPARK to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Wait, hold on. Nope. Thought this was a police song. No.
Oh, I thought you were going to get another Corbin Blue jam going.
No. What is this? What is this?
It's Steel Pulse, Your House.
The old band Steel Pulse?
Yeah, Steel Pulse.
Who told you to put this on?
Myself.
Okay. You fit me as a Steel Pulse guy.
Why are you so accusatory about that?
No, I haven't heard Steel Pulse since the 90s.
Brian, are you okay? I feel like you just got bullied on radio.
No, I love Steel Pulse.
This is great music.
Okay.
So
It is great music. I love Steel Pulse. I just never... Way to go, Brian. There you go.
Speaking of getting bullied.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of Nick Saban. I'm looking at the McAfee show is on right now, and they're at the SEC championship game, and McAfee's sitting at the little desk with Nick Saban. Nick Saban is what, 5'8"?
If that. Yeah.
He's teeny tiny, yet he exudes this aura of absolute terror.
Genghis Khan.
Yes,
I know.
He's got this thing, and he's also that commercial he does for, I think it's VRBO or whatever, where he's laying out the rules of the house. Makes me laugh every time. He is such a funny person, but I see him sitting there. He's all little and old in his chair, and I wouldn't mess that guy for anything.
Nothing. I think good coaches, they do have an aura. They should be unapproachable.
You think so?
The aura should precede them. I mean, that to me is great coaching. Like, you're afraid to walk right up to Belichick. You're afraid to walk up to Nick Saban. That is a good coach to me. Does that make sense to you? Like, I would never walk right up to Phil Jackson and say, "What's up?" I wouldn't. I'd wait till he acknowledges me and then waves me over.
It's a great question. I've never really thought of it like that. No, I don't. Yeah, I would.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay. You know who terrified me was Lou Piniella.
Well, he was a lunatic.
Bro, he walked by, but it was just his aura that scared the bejeez out of me.
He was so fiery and crazy and throwing things and kicking dirt and screaming and spitting and carrying. Like, he was like, he would fight you for no reason. Like, Phil Jackson's not going to fight you for no reason.
But he's got an aura. I just,
Yeah, but his is more elegant and dignified and austere. Like, Piniella was just a madman.
And what do you get out of Saban? Like,
somewhere
regal?
in between those two.
Okay.
Like, regal in the sense of, I will dispatch you myself. I won't have someone else do it.
I love it. I love it. Yes.
He is an intimidating. You said your coach, Don James, was like that.
Yeah, he coached him. Same thing. He was up in the tower. We were talking about this because McVay was going around to every drill. He's doing what head coaches do. So when the head coach shows up in your drill or in your meeting room, things change. Because you're like, why are you in here? You're not usually in here. And he's not telling you anything. And it just gets everyone straight. So Don James and Nick Saban, they're up in towers at practice. So you never know if they're looking
watching.
Bro, so imagine that
the panopticon.
Day. Right. Yeah. Imagine that day.
Well, it's one of the. Not only does it change the energy of the play, sit up a little straighter, take a little more careful notes. Changes the energy of the assistant coaches too.
Of course, you don't know if he's watching you. Yeah, that's the whole point of it. So yeah.
All right. So speaking of intimidating coaches, a Lions fan was not intimidated by Matt LaFleur last night. So. As they were finishing up the anthem, and you know the big flag they do at the Rams games?
Yeah.
And so the similar situation in Detroit. The guy's out there holding the flag. And as it's ending, LaFleur and a fan, get into it. They start
one of the flag holders?
Yeah. And they're, going back and forth, F-bombs flying. Here's Matt LaFleur after the game talking about the Lions fans and the lack of security on the field.
Yeah, I've never been a part of something like that. He was talking junk to our players, giving them the throat slash sign. And you're trying to de-escalate it, and then he gets in my face. So I thought it was pretty unsportsmanlike. I've never seen that. I've been on many fields, and usually they police that much better. I thought it was an arrogant fan that, wanted to get in part of the action, and just I would like to see security or something step in there and get him out of there, because he shouldn't be doing that.
No, you get your butt kicked.
Is arrogant a pseudonym, or not a pseudonym, a synonym for drunk?
Asshat?
Yeah.
Usually those people are they bring out the flag. They're fans, and they get picked to do it. And I don't know if they're vetted or not, but I bet they will be from now on, because they are out there with the players and the coaches. But usually everybody is respectful, and you're out there to do a job. You wave the flag and you support your team.
This
and you walk
guy
off.
was carrying on like an idiot.
Yeah, that's never happened. I've never seen that before, but I bet there's going to be protocols in place going forward, because that could have gotten ugly.
Are you surprised it happened in Detroit?
No, not really. I mean, this is new for them. Being good, being at the top of football, being everybody like America's team, so to speak, and they've revitalized downtown. So all those bars are open. I wouldn't be surprised if the guy was drunk. It was like that for the Rams when they went up there for the playoff game. It was a night game. Everybody they had a great time. There was a lot of stuff coming off the sideline. A lot of vile stuff.
Like out of the non-typical stupid, because
beyond McVay, Stafford, you suck. It's like, I want to do blank blank to your blank blank blank. You know, come on, man, really? This is a game here. You know, we're gonna play football. We're like, what are you doing? But I get it. They've been down for a long time, and they're happy. They're enjoying their winning season. But I bet from now on there'll be security in place because of that.
What possesses somebody to say that to somebody who is
Alcohol.
as big and as insane as football players?
Alcohol.
Well, here's my thought. Alcohol, yes, but they think that the player is not human. They think that the
player...
Or
they can't hear him?
No, they know, but they think the player just won't snap on him, or the coach won't.
They think the rules are going to protect him, too.
Correct.
He can't hit me. He's not allowed to hit me.
Oh, yes, he can.
That's why I know he can, and I know that he might.
Yeah.
But in their world I'm protected by the unwritten rules of I get to say what I want, and he can't touch me.
No, that's not the rule.
That's what they think the rule is.
Marcus Peters, remember that when he went up in the stands?
Yeah.
That guy went from barking like a dog to I'm sorry.
No.
He can come up here.
They can. When they do, it's bad for everybody. It's bad for the players. It's bad for the fans. It's bad, but. Alcohol is the answer to that, like Homer Simpson said. Alcohol, the answer to and solution, the cause of and solution to every problem in the world.
Correct.
Right? I don't care how big and strong a guy is. If I've had 49 beers and I'm running my mouth, I'm not worried about him beating me up. I'm just going to keep talking because I think I'm safe.
You can say what you want from the stands, but the minute you're standing on that field, my field, now you're in my world.
And you're holding the flag.
And I got pads on. It's crazy.
No, it's a terrible look. It's stupid, but I'm not surprised. Like you said, DeMarco, this is kind of new for them.
Yeah.
This is because not only are they the best team in the league record-wise, they're 12-1. Not only
and the city love them.
Yes. They feel like you said it. I never thought about it. They're kind of the team that everybody's rooting for.
Yeah.
Like if you have your own team, but then beyond that, for years and years, we all rooted against the Patriots. I think it's starting to change with the Kansas City Chiefs. When you're good that long, people start rooting against you. The Lions haven't been good for very long. People are rooting for them, and seeing what took place last night, not necessarily this, but they're kind of catching some breaks. You're kind of hoping that, when Jared Goff gets his foot stepped on, he's going down. You're like, no, you're rooting for this team that hasn't been good in 100 years.
It's a great story.
It does feel like this might be their year. Like they're just all those little breaks are kind of going their way.
It might be, and the Lions, the loyal Lions, the Lions loyal, whatever it is, the fans that have been through hell. Like the old Green Bay fans and the Patriots fans, the ones that have been through the bad years that are still there. They're actually checking your what do you call that? Your bona fides. Because they don't allow new fans.
Yeah.
So that's the other part of it, too. They won't allow new people to enjoy what they're going through. But they have to. You're gaining new fans nationally. You need to enjoy this. But for the most part, with this that happened, that's embarrassing. And what I heard there, you guys are doing this wrong.
Yeah, it's stupid. I'll tell you what, though.
Enjoy it.
There are a couple of things became very clear last night. Number one, Detroit and Philadelphia are way better than everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
Green Bay's pretty good. Like they move the ball, especially in the second half. They move the ball almost at will. They look pretty good, too. Rams have a long way to go to get on that level. Even on the Green Bay level, they have a long way to go to get to.
And look, it's the line for me. It's the offensive line that Jared has and the weapons he has and the whole mentality of their coach.
Was he always this cool of a customer?
The coach?
No, Goff.
Oh, Goff. No, he's different.
He seems so chill back there.
Here's the word I got was he has landed in heaven. They love him. They support him. They believe in him. And he is reciprocating. So I told them right when I walked in, he looks like a completely different guy now. He goes, he is.
He looks like he's at peace with everything. Like, just like with the football of it all.
Yes.
Like, when he was with the Rams, he had some incredible moments, right? And he took a team to the Super Bowl. So he's a really good player for them. But every Rams, it felt like you were holding your breath every time he dropped back to pass.
Yeah.
Like he's going to do it. He's going to throw a pick. He's going to fumble. He's going to take a hit from behind because he doesn't see it coming. He's holding the ball. Like there was always this thing with him. Out there, he's just out there. Up there's one. Dink. There's another one. Dink. Oh, take a shot. Boom. He just in complete control of what's going on.
He's a vet now. Like he's been in the league for so long.
He's been in the league forever. Yeah, he's seen everything, and he's been through a few different offenses. There's nothing.
Would he have turned into this had he stayed in L.A.?
Yeah, if you stay the starter, eventually you become a black belt at quarterback. I mean, you've seen all these guys, all these coordinators, all these schemes. You know everything at some point. So he's there. Plus the fact that they love him and believe in him. So I have to say this, and I said this, and I'm sorry. When we talk about the best quarterbacks in the NFL and the NFC, I must include him.
For this season, for sure.
Near the top. Because there aren't
an argument against it.
There aren't that many guys that if you're picking.
He's been great.
Give me a quarterback from this conference, I would be happy with him too.
All right, so Joe Burrow bought the Batmobile. So for our snake draft coming up in about a couple of minutes here, we're going to draft our favorite famous cars. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Prize Picks is a great way to take what's already super fun, an NFL game, an NBA game, maybe you're a hockey fan like me, an NHL game, and have even more fun. And oh, by the way, win a little bit of money along the way. And right now, Prize Picks, you can win up to 200 times your money. So what are you waiting for? Why not go put the Prize Picks app on your phone? And when you do that, enter the code 710, right? When you enter the code 710, they're going to give you $50 after you play your first $5 lineup at Prize Picks. And it's easy to do, right? It's super quick. It's super fast. You can usually make your picks in about a minute or so, and you just pick more or less. You look at statistical projections, and you decide whether or not you think Matthew Stafford is going to throw for more or less than the number they have right there. It is that easy. So get on it. Put the Prize Picks app on your phone. Use the code 710 to get that $50 after your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason in Ireland, weekdays at noon.
I will not drive overseas. I mean,
I do
especially I snapped the axle when I was driving.
How? Tell me the story.
Yeah. So I
he was at the Matterhorn.
Drove away from Gatwick, right? And I'm going north.
Okay.
So I pull into a gas station, and there are these big, gigantic curbs around to sort of guide you through. Drove right over one of them. Front of the axle snapped.
They're big, gigantic curbs. You didn't see them?
No, I missed them.
How stoned were you?
I took the insurance, and literally I walked away. There was
you just left the car there.
No, I called them. I said that this car is ruined, and they came and they picked it up, and I never. Did
you get a new one?
Never. No. I said, can I get another car? They said, we're not going to rent you again.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. I have teamed up with Travis and DeMarco to tell you about personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand and his all-star legal team.
We've been talking about the law office of Joseph S. Normand for months, and they've helped listeners achieve maximum compensation that they deserve in an accident.
Getting into an accident can be scary and frustrating dealing with insurance companies. Let the Normand All-Star team handle it for you. Visit normandlegal.com or 213-747-2000.
The law offices of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000.
Score a win with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup options. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. This season, keep your holiday gifts a surprise when you choose to pick up from Amazon Locker or Counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Hey folks, when it comes to Christmas trees, don't get played by foreign plastic. Just like you wouldn't replace a prize QB with a mannequin. Don't replace American Farm Fresh trees with fake foreign plastic. These farm families are the MVPs of Christmas, growing champions right here on American soil. They're not sitting on the bench. They're out there every day growing real Christmas traditions. Make the winning choice, Farm Fresh Christmas trees, not foreign plastic that pollutes. Visit GetRealKeepItReal.com to find your local farm MVP.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right, it's Friday. It's 9:45, which means it's time for a snake draft. Like Travis said, we're drafting famous TV show movie cars that we would want to own because Joe Burrow bought the Batmobile, talked about it on Hard Knocks AFC North, which we can talk about later because DeMarco and I have the same feelings about that show.
Yes.
The order is Brian, Emily, DeMarco, Travis, 3 each, 12 total. That's all I can fill the graphic, right, Parker?
See.
Thank you. All right, so Brian, you're up first. What is the first pick for you?
First pick here. Pretty easy one in my opinion. Going with the DeLorean. Back to the Future, you know.
Nice.
Come on now.
Great
Classic.
choice. Yeah.
88 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, baby. Take me forward, take me backwards.
Off the list.
Yeah, let's
go. That was right near the top.
The only thing
Great
that
choice.
sucks is you only go 88.
Well, I think, you could never go more.
That's
you
right.
Jump,
that's right.
What if you set it just like you said, do like a little timer? You just keep setting it like 1 second in the future. You can just keep going.
I like the way you think.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. M.
All right, so mine is going to be, I'm taking it early because I'm worried that someone else will take it. I am going to take the Jeep from Jurassic Park. The part where Laura Dern comes up over and sees the dinosaurs for the first time. Yeah. And I also think, like, I could practically use it. Like, I would like to I like Jeeps. Town. I would be able to use it, so I'm going to take the Jeep from Jurassic Park.
Okay, not bad.
Nice.
All right, DeMarco.
Moment of truth, DeMarco.
I had a Jeep. See, it can't be the same one. We were saying this. Is it Stripes?
No, but oddly close.
The EM50, the Urban Assault Vehicle, is mine, baby. We are attacking the Russians tomorrow.
That's great.
That's right. The EM50, the Urban Assault Vehicle from Stripes. That is my first ride.
So, okay, that's your pick.
Yes.
So it is another movie in that exact sweet spot in time, in tone, in everything. I want the family truckster from Vacation.
Yeah.
You know, I in Metallic P, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
The one that Clark W. Griswold drove across the country.
To Wally World.
Just destroyed, tied Aunt Edna to the roof after she died. The one that he tied the dog to the bumper and dragged along the highway.
Oh, my God.
I want the family truckster from Vacation. I thought that's where you were going with that.
The poor guy. He kept up for as long as he could.
All right, so I get the flip. I got a lot of good choices here.
Yeah.
Look, this is obvious,
go here
but
too.
I got to take it, right?
Yeah.
Batmobile.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I thought Joe Burrow got it.
Joe Burrow's not in the draft. Joe
Yeah,
Burrow's
no,
here.
Batmobile counts. Like all of these are probably owned by somebody.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'll
let's say a world in which you could own it.
Okay.
I want a specific version of the Batmobile, Commissioner. I don't know if I get all Batmobiles, but I want the Adam West Batmobile.
Oh, the convertible. Yeah.
I'm going to say no one else can pick a Batmobile, but I can list that you want the Adam West.
I want the Adam West with the convertible with the little glass dome on the side.
And the old school turbo.
Yes, and the fire would shoot out the back. I want the Adam West Batmobile.
Yes.
Very good. All right, DeMarco.
Oh, I'm up again. Oh, man, this is hard. I got so many. Okay, this is a childhood favorite, and it's something I still pretend to be, and I still make the noise when I do certain things. The Mach 5 from Speed Racer.
Oh, great choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That cartoon was so weird.
Awesome.
And so ahead of its time.
And the movie made me sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made me dizzy.
Yeah.
Yes, but the Mach 5,
Great choice.
definitely mine.
Love that.
Alrighty, so I'm going to pick. I got two, and I'm really interested to see if I'll get it. I'm going to go with this one because I watched all of these as a kid. I was really obsessed with the live-action version of this when it came out. As a kid, my parents just sat me in front of the TV, gave me Disney Channel original movies, and also gave me Scooby-Doo. So I'm going to take the Mystery Machine.
Good one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
you know, it's that one is one I would want to put in front of my house. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to see where these mobiles would fit my life. So I would drive the Jeep and park the Mystery Machine in front of my house. All right, Brian, you got two.
Well, that was going to be my next one.
Oh.
But,
you're going to take the Mystery
stolen
Machine.
from me, yeah.
Okay.
So this next one, Dumb
You
and
strike
Dumber.
me as a Scooby snack guy.
Yeah.
I've never tried them. But, yeah.
They're good.
I think that's pretty good pegged.
Yeah. All right, so Dumb and Dumber in the movie, when they get the dog car, not the motorcycle,
Oh,
the
nice.
dog car with its all, felt
the flappy ears.
Yeah, with the ears. Yeah. I would honestly drive that thing around
That's
cities.
a great
Let me
pick.
get that one,
When
yes.
it goes over the
love
hill and they jump and the
And
ears
the ears go
up.
out.
Yeah.
Amazing. When you said Dumb and Dumber, Brian, I thought you were going to take the
little
little moped
moped,
they
yeah.
took over the Rocky Mountains. Got a little nippy coming through the pass, eh, Lloyd?
Misspelled my name, but you totally redeemed yourself.
So good.
All right, so I'll take that one, and then I get the second pick here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Ghostbuster machine.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's like an ambulance, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great.
Let me get that
Nice.
thing, yes.
You got a good
That's a
good
good
garage.
Yes. I like it.
Okay. All right. I'm interested. I'm gonna throw people off. I think if you're in LA and you see me driving this car, you'd be like, "How did you get that car? That's really weird and interesting, but very cool." I'm gonna pick the original Mad Max car.
Oh,
the one that Max
yeah.
drives in
Gosh.
the original movies with
The Interceptor.
Yes, exactly. So I'm doing the Mad Max car because I feel like me driving it going 50 miles per hour on the freeway or whatever,
it's
it
a
just
bad
would be
look.
like, you're wasting this car. Oh my gosh, but I like it.
Well, you may need it sooner than later, so you'll be ahead
Let's
of the game.
not be depressive here.
Yes.
So, DeMarco, your last pick.
My last, well, you took one. I was going to get the Mad Max, the Ford XB Falcon Interceptor. So I will go. Where's that other one I had? It was a great one. Have you seen the movie Ronin?
I have not.
Besides the point, no one saw that movie. Where's that last one I had? Oh, it's the Smokey and the Bandit.
That's on my list.
Give me the Smokey and the Bandit
The
Trans Am,
Trans Am.
and I'm going to jump everything you got plus 6
Does
buses.
Sally Field come riding shotgun in this Trans Am?
I wish, but no. And I will take off my hat.
Love Sally
I
Field.
love that car.
That's a good. You and I are roughly the same.
Yes.
Every person wanted the Trans Am with the T-top, the big Firebird
Love
on
that
the,
car.
on the hood. That was the car when we were kids.
Yes.
It's a great choice. So,
All right, last one, Trav.
I have 3 choices. I know what I'm
Can
going
I
to
guess?
take. Sure.
Is it going to be Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
I saw it on the list, and I considered it, but I'm not taking Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Here's what I'm not taking. I thought you might take this
Christine.
one. No, good choice.
Yeah.
The A-Team van.
Oh, my God, yes.
I thought you might take the A-Team van because you're a little Hannibal,
B.A.
you're a little
Baracus.
B.A. Baracus.
Yes, okay.
So not the A-Team van. And the other one I thought, it's a little before our time, but I know you know it.
Which one?
Jim Rockford's 1974 Firebird. That gold Firebird he had.
Absolutely.
Great car.
Yes.
What about a car that Lindsay Lohan drove in the, 2009 movie?
Did she have a car in Mean Girls?
No, I'm talking about Herbie Fully Loaded.
Herbie.
I saw that. I
Herbie.
saw that. That's not my favorite Lohan movie, so
Come
I didn't pick
on.
that one. It's pretty easy. I use this as my theme music when we play games on this show. I want Knight Rider. I want Kit. I want Kit. Right? I know I couldn't find it in the system, Brian. I know it's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
The little light going back and forth. William Daniels will talk to me as I drive
Pursuit.
through town.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heck
so
yeah.
Knight Rider is my my final choice. And Knight M is with a K, like
I will-
medieval knight.
Knight.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I will put it on the
I
right
just want
way.
to make sure that it's done correctly out of respect for Michael Knight. And do you know why it was called Kit, DeMarco?
You told me once and I forgot. Go ahead.
Knight Industries 2000.
That's it. Yes.
And he would solve crimes. And you know what? You know what the car could do?
What?
It would just kind of, he'd talk to it through his watch, like, "Hey, Kit, meet me behind the restaurant."
Yeah.
And it would drive around. That was the show.
It's like the Batmobile.
There's a great story about when David Hasselhoff went to renegotiate his contract, and he's meeting with the head of NBC, and he's like, "I want this," and they said, "David, I understand what you're asking for." He goes, "The car is the star."
Yes.
Like, we can replace you. The car
and they
is
could.
the star.
You know, some other ones we left off. We didn't do the Thelma and Louise car that they drive off
yeah.
the cliff.
Off the cliff.
That was one on my list. Yeah, and then Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I was gonna take it to make you mad, Travis, but that movie is just based off of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
That movie is so strange. Did you have your kids
Chitty
ever?
Chitty Bang Bang?
Yes.
Long time ago.
Oh my!
I don't think my kids have seen it.
First of all, it's like 3 hours long. There's an intermission, and it's about little kids getting snatched, and it's a kids movie. It's dark.
Dick Van Dyke's
I don't
in it,
remember.
right?
Dick Van Dyke is
what
in
I
it.
remember him, but
And
I
then
don't remember that.
There's also the car in Greece that they drive
Oh
off
yeah,
in.
Grease Lightning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is that car?
No,
Or-
no.
That's another choice
That's
of
another
a car.
choice. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
that would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
awesome if Chitty Chitty Bang Bang had
Oh,
Grease
I'm like,
Lightning in
whoa,
it.
I missed that one.
But if we missed any, call us 877-710-3776 or tweet at us. Tell us what we missed out of the famous car draft.
Gumball Rally.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
There's a
I
ton
thought
of
you were going to
them, yeah.
take the General Lee. You disappointed me
No,
a
I'm
little
not doing the
bit.
General Lee unless I can repaint it. But she
We
took
just
the
have
one.
to- just have to paint the hood. That's
she
where-
took the one I wanted. I wanted the Interceptor. I want to be Mad Max. That's my car.
That's
yes,
pretty good deal.
absolutely.
Bill Belichick may have a new gig, or at least he's trying to get one. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Did he?
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
When you're hiring for your business, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. This made us wonder, what if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
Escape rooms? Elementary. And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Tis the season to tap in and follow the Purple and Gold on Instagram for access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content all season long. Follow the Lakers on Instagram and get exclusive insider access to highlights with angles straight from the floor. On Lakers Instagram, find out what happens behind the scenes through Instagram stories. Stay locked in throughout the season. Don't miss any of the action and follow the Lakers on Instagram now. Let's go, Lake Show.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the
You're going to revisit Vacation now?
Oh, of course. I got to see that again. That was so good. You know what stinks? Watching all those vacation movies, right? Mm-hmm. You love Chevy Chase.
He's great in those roles.
Right, but then you find out he's a jerk. Why?
You know what's funny? Like, usually you get somebody that gets like a bad, like difficult to work with.
Yeah.
You know, rude, bad to fans. But there's always it's not, you just got to kind of know him. It's just how he operates. It's not as bad as him. Not with him.
They say he's a bad guy.
Yeah, no one defends Chevy Chase.
No. Yeah.
Anybody who's worked with him has been like, what a talent in comedic sense, but no thank you.
What comes up a lot. Yeah, what a blank.
Yeah, what a.
Yeah.
And it's not good guy
no.
at the back end of that. What do you got going this weekend?
Bills, Rams.
No, you've got 2 days before that.
You said this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bills,
today,
Rams.
Tonight, tomorrow. You're not going to go to SoFi after the show, are you?
For my daughter's first basketball game is Saturday.
Nice.
Man, okay.
Are you still coaching?
I am. I coached last night.
Yeah, practice?
We're running pick and roll.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have two of the tallest
Is she
girls
the picker
in the
or
league.
the roller?
We're going to do both.
Okay.
There's a girl that's taller than her. So
Okay.
Grace is tall, and then there's one that's taller. So we're going to run pick and roll until they stop it. And they won't stop it. Yeah. And we're going full court for the first time.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have full-size baskets?
Full-size baskets, full court. We're running, so this will be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. This will be fun. I can't wait.
Do you wear a suit on the sidelines?
I am not wearing a suit on the sideline. I'm wearing I'm wearing what I'm wearing now. Sweats and sneakers. Yes. So we'll be going.
Running clock?
I don't think we're running clock, but we're not calling traveling yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double
We're still
dribble?
not there yet. We're not calling that either.
Yeah.
No. I mean, within reason. You can't
So
pick
could
it up
she
and
pick it
run.
up and be Marshall Falk
We
and go
can't do
end
that.
end?
No. But, I mean, if you pick up your dribble and start again, we let them go. Yeah.
It's a pretty mellow weekend. You got just football game and a basketball game?
Man, the Bills Mafia is coming to town. This is
Yeah,
not
but they're
going
not
to be
coming to your
easy.
house.
Well,
Are they?
Kinda. I mean, they're going to be right there in SoFi. Yeah, this is going to be crazy. How many Bills fans do you think will be here this
All of
weekend?
them.
It's cold out east, right?
All of them.
They're
You
going to be here.
You saw what it looked like when they came here, was it 3 years ago now?
Yes.
Yeah. They'll be back.
Okay. All right.
They'll be back. But I'm not worried about them until I have to show up around 11 on Sunday. I don't care what they do until that point.
Have the Bills always been? They've always had a fan base, but they've crossed over into like ECW territory.
Yeah, well, they're jumping on the tables and lighting each other on fire.
That's
and
new, right?
It feels like last few years for sure. Let's try a phone call here. Let's go to Irvine and Rajiv. Rajiv, you're on with Travis DeMarco. What's up?
Hey guys. I got two cars for you. I think the first one is, I think you guys missed this, the James Bond Aston Martin.
Oh,
great call.
Yeah, and then the second one, Trav, you and DeMarco got to replicate this. In the Air Tonight scene in that black Ferrari fighter from Miami Vice.
Miami Vice. We're Crockett and Tubbs.
Let's do it.
Let's
do it.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
I have an idea. Don't say another word. I have an idea.
Okay, let's do it. Oh.
Rajiv, you know what I'm thinking,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course
Yep.
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rajiv, great idea. So he said black. I thought it was a white Ferrari.
I think it's black.
Was it black?
Yeah.
Why in my mind's eye I have
Lights.
it as a white
The
Ferrari?
lights, it was
Is
very
that
bright.
what it is?
It might be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I picture Don Johnson in the white Testarossa Ferrari.
I'm getting goosebumps. That scene, that whole scene, I'm getting goosebumps.
That show was, speaking of ahead of its time, like it was stylized. It was the plot really wasn't important to the show. It just looked cool.
No, it was long-running MTV era stuff.
Yeah.
Loved it. Yep.
Oh, we got a lot of people that want to get on this. Oh, got straight to the list. Kirk in Laguna Niguel. Kirk, what's going on?
How you doing, Travis? Hey, I met you briefly at the end of the Dana CIF game that we won.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. You came right by the press box. How are you, Kirk?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
What did we forget?
So you forgot the Magnum PI Ferrari and the Starsky and Hutch car.
Oh no, we talked about
the Starsky and
Robin
Hutch car.
One. Yeah,
was a great call, Kirk.
Yeah.
You know why they always had the top down for Tom Selleck?
Why?
He's too tall.
He's too tall for the
He
car.
couldn't fit into
for
the
Robin
car.
One. Okay,
Yeah.
I forgot about the Starsky and Hutch, the red car with the right swoosh.
The white thing that kind of went over the hood and down both sides. What kind of car was that?
I have no idea.
I don't remember. That went fast.
But I always wanted to do the hood slide.
They did that in Dukes of Hazzard too.
Until I did it.
Did you try it?
And scratched up the whole car. I'm like, oh, I see why.
Mom's car, Dad's car.
Nah, somebody. I don't know whose car it was. Yeah, I don't know. I was wearing
Well,
501s, that little rivet.
You're a bad guy, A, for doing that.
I was a kid.
And B, smart not to do it to Mom or Dad's car. Did you try like
Exactly.
in a grocery store parking lot or something?
I think we were just leaving school and we were crossing. There was an insurance company. Yeah, this little cut through, and I'm like, let me try it here.
Did you stick the landing?
Of course I did. Slid. I'm like, that's a big dent. I'm sorry.
Jared go.
Oh God!
Sliding across the
I was
brand
going quick
new paint job
until I hit the rivet and slowed down. Oh, this is bad. Yes.
By the way, the biggest complaint that people have on Twitter is that we did leave off the James Bond one, and I just don't know if any of us are huge James Bond people.
I love Bond, but there's so many Bond cars.
That's
yeah,
it.
It's hard to pick one.
I like Bond movies. I'm not a Bond fanatic, but when Bond movies come out, I see them. But yeah,
here's a great question:
He's
Who's your
driven
Bond?
100 different cars.
Who's your Bond?
For me?
Yes.
The one I like the most, or the one that pops in my head first?
Pops in your head first.
Roger Moore.
Me too.
Yeah.
See, it depends on when you were born.
Yeah,
Yes.
Roger Moore was Bond when we were kids.
That's our guy.
And you
Yes.
ask my folks, it's Sean
Connery.
Connery. The guy that I think's the best at it.
Daniel Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
And that's my Bond. And I think of James Bond, that's who it is.
Worst Bond.
Timothy Dalton.
Yep, that's right too.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton.
That's right too.
Pierce was okay. Pierce Brosnan was okay. The movies they got kind of cheesy.
He was cool because he's cool, but he didn't look like Daniel Craig looks scary.
Yeah,
like he looks
Right.
he looks like he could do some
Kill
work.
you with a pen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that guy. Yes.
Like Pierce Brosnan would just kind of talk you to sleep.
It was cool. Yeah,
it
the
was
movies
fine.
were cool.
It was fine. Jeff in Encino. Jeff, what do you got?
Hey, kids, since we're on a Dick Van Dyke theme, I'm going to go a little bit outside the box and talk about a slightly different mode of transportation. I want to nominate Mary Poppins Umbrella.
Oh, I mean, not exactly a car, but you could get from point. DeMarco, imagine if you had an umbrella that you're at your lovely far estate, and the traffic's real bad one day, and you just go, you know what? I'm just going to take the umbrella in. You pop that open, you just sail across the entire freeway.
That would be cool.
And land right here at LA Live.
That mode of transportation would be cool. And you're such a nice guy, see?
Why?
Because we're talking cars, and he brought up umbrella.
Well,
and you're entertaining it.
But we also had a time machine. We
Okay,
had a
that's a
flying
car.
chitty chitty bang bang. We had a talking kit.
Wheels, car, steering wheel.
I get it, but once we've started talking about flying cars and time machines, I think the
We're
rules
allowing
are out the
anything.
window.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Carlos in Silbar. Carlos, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to let you guys know it's my first time calling the radio show. And
Thank you,
love
Carlos.
your guys' show, man.
Appreciate that.
All the time listening to it. And you guys forgot about Eleanor.
Oh, from
seconds.
Yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds.
I'm unfamiliar. Help me out.
The one that Nicolas Cage was afraid of driving. It's the car.
Why was he afraid of driving it?
Because I think he wrecked it. It's a bunch of car thieves, and he tried to steal this car, and he got caught. Eleanor.
Angelina Jolie's in that movie.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know that movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know the name of the Eleanor.
Eleanor's the name of the car.
It looks like a version of a Mustang.
Shelby GT. It was on my list.
Are you a car guy?
I kind of. Well, I mean, friends. A lot of people buy cars.
Yeah.
67 Shelby GT500.
So beautiful. It's just so gorgeous. So not this long snapper, the long snapper before the long snapper in St. Louis, who had been there for 10 years, drove a General Lee. Yeah, every single day. That was his car.
His daily commuting vehicle.
That was his ride. That's when. So guys have cars. I kind of like cars. I was into cars for a minute.
Apparently, those are really hard. Not like the General Lee, but I think it's a Dodge Charger is the type of car. There's that model, I think it's the early 70s, 71, 72, something like that. Really hard to find because they smashed up so many of them shooting the show that they kept having to go out and buy new ones.
Buy new
They
cars.
kind of depleted the market of 71 Chargers that most of them are not around.
Wow. But I would take one. I liked it. I drove it. It was fun. But I need to paint it. I cannot drive around with that thing.
So we did a draft back when I did the morning show with Key and LZ. And we drafted cars, and I took the General Lee, and both Key and LZ looked at me like, "No, you don't. Pick something else."
We didn't know back
You're like,
then.
yes, sir?
I'm like,
But
I
we
didn't even
didn't
know
know.
what it meant.
We didn't
And
know.
they're like, pick something
The
else.
car jumps.
It's
Yes.
orange. It's cool. It's got a number on the side. It looks like a race car.
You can jump bridges and shoot things with a bow and arrow and blow stuff up.
I believe it was LZ. He goes, Trav, what's the name of that car? Said the General Lee. He goes, right. Who's he? I'm like, oh,
But at 8 years old, who knew?
Yeah. No, I had no idea.
Thank
but
you.
At 48, I probably should have known. A
Maybe
little bit
in that room, yes.
Let's try one more. Stay here in LA with Joe. Joe, what's up?
Hey, the old red truck from Sanford and Son, because we're cruising around L.A., man,
Nice.
you know, you don't got to worry about the beater.
Nice.
Yeah, that. Okay, if you saw that rolling down the freeway, would you go, that's the San, or would you just go, that's just a beat up old tow truck?
Does it say Sanford and Son?
Well,
yeah.
I guess it did have.
Every time I see a truck like it, I think Sanford and Son. Yes, I do. That's a great call.
That is a great call. I think Brian wins. I think Brian had the best threesome.
What were your car? You had the floppy ear dog car.
Ghostbusters and a DeLorean.
Yeah, you win.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The dog ear one though, that one's great. Come on.
Because it's the scene where the ears
Right,
go
exactly.
out. You should have drafted the scooter too. You should have had
I
an
should've
entire,
back to
and then
back.
got the Lamborghinis that they pull up to the party.
That would
in.
have been great. Just
You could have had the
trifecta.
whole thing. You could have had the whole thing.
Wow.
Bill Belichick is kicking tires on one job in particular. It's coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Boom, boom, boom.
Let's talk about Joseph S. Normand DeMarco. He was in here the other day, and I was telling the story yesterday about two different people at two different spots had dog food fall on them.
Crazy.
And they got hurt because of it, because somebody stacked the pallet incorrectly. They ended up getting hurt. They called Joe, and Joe took care of them because Joe understands that sometimes what you and I don't understand as a case is a case for Joe.
You know, if you have a situation where you don't know who to call, a car wreck, something falls on your head, a slip and fall, let me give you this number right now. Stop beating around the bush. 213-747-2000. 213-747-2000. Because you may have a question right now. Call Joseph S. Normand. He can answer it for you. He can tell you what your options are. He can help protect you against insurance companies.
213-747-2000. The insurance company, they're going to get to you quick because they want it to go away. They don't want to have to pay what they should pay. They're going to try to pay what they want to pay. Don't let them do it to you. Call Joe, 213-747-2000 and NormandLegal.com.
What did he say about the settlement? If they're offering a settlement, they know they're wrong?
Yeah, they know something's up.
So make sure you call him first before you do anything. 213-747-2000 or NormandLegal.com.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland weekdays at noon.
I'm in the middle of sending an email to you and a guy named Matt Shelton.
Hey, Matt.
He replaced Lisa Estrada, and he's the director of game operations for the Lakers. Great guy.
Okay, cool.
Ran into him last night, and I said, hey, Matt, my radio partner Steve Mason wants to sing the national anthem at a South Bay Lakers game, and he wants to impress you and maybe work his way up. And Matt goes, done. Have him contact me. There's his contact info.
Oh, fantastic.
So look at this as an audition.
It's my comeback.
Yeah, I told him you would provide him a past example of you doing the anthem.
Oh, sure.
I told him you're respectfully mediocre.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to kill it, but I'm not going to kill it.
Tell him to contact me. We'll see if we can make it happen.
Yeah,
so
that's a good way to
phrase it. The ball is rolling.
I'm not going to kill it, but I'm going to kill it. That's pretty much the description.
Good enough.
I will be good enough.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Mathew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Mathew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days in style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismathew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Get ready, LA. The Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is back at SoFi Stadium on December 18th at 6 p.m. Be there as the Mountain West top team goes head-to-head with the former Pac-12 contender in a showdown you won't want to miss. Tickets and premium suites are on sale now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a part of the action. Visit LABowlGame.com to secure your seats today. That's LABowlGame.com.
Not sure how much you know about Progressive Insurance. You may know us for insuring your home and auto. You may know a couple of our commercials. But what you may not know is that since 2013, Progressive has been honoring veterans with vehicle donations through the annual Keys to Progress Veteran Vehicle Giveaway Program, giving back to those who gave so much. Now, you probably didn't wake up today saying, I really wish I knew more about Progressive Insurance, but this seemed like the type of thing people would mind hearing about. Find out more about how we're dedicated to our customers and communities at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today. It's time for this week's Milagro Matchup. For the Milagro Matchup. with Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr, right here on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila, Milagro Tequila. Take it away, Big D.
You know, it's funny. I always try to pick these matchups, like this guy versus that guy, this coach versus that coach. I guess you can do that. Josh Allen versus everybody, because that's what it's going to take.
He's pretty good.
He's really, really good. How do I say this? I said this to you, and you asked me why. I said if he's going to win a Super Bowl, it's going to be this year or bust.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he can play any better. That's what I meant to say. I don't think he can get any better than what you see right now.
If they get him a little more help moving forward.
Maybe if they get a running back or a hot receiver or something, but he cannot possibly play better than what he's playing right now.
Unreal.
He's a physical anomaly, and he's really good, and he's really hungry. If you ask me why Buffalo's playing so hard right now and why they won't take a backward step against the Rams, remember how they finished last season and how it ended for them? That's what's driving them. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. They will not take a backward step just because they won their division for the 5th straight time. They are coming here to beat your head in. So my Milagro matchup of the week happens to be the Rams starting quarterback Matthew Stafford. And it's not against the Buffalo Bills defense, although it is. It's really Stafford versus Stafford. There's not much more I can ask of him, except he's, 8 touchdowns, no picks. One pick the last 3 weeks. He's been great.
He has.
Hasn't had a passer rating under 104. The thing I want him to be better at, or need him to be better, and the Rams need, is his accuracy, especially early in games. He hasn't been above 66 in about 3 weeks. He hasn't been above 70 since before Halloween. To win this football game, you're going to have to be in that 70% completion percentage range to have a shot, to stay on the field, to be better on third down, to keep Josh Allen and Cook and company off the field.
That's it.
That's the thing. So you can't be at 58 like you were in New Orleans and expect to be in this football game, let alone win it. So I would say my Milagro matchup of the week would be Matthew Stafford versus Matthew Stafford. Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila, made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly.
That's this week's Milagro matchup. Go, baby! On the home of Rams football, 710 ESPN. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila, Milagro Tequila.
I asked you this morning, I said, what do the Rams need to do to win this weekend? And you said just about everything, right?
Yeah.
Because as you were talking about Stafford v. Stafford, we were talking about Josh Allen, I just started scratching out some notes here. And you mentioned his accuracy, and especially early. So I started thinking, okay, the Rams need to get off to a fast start. That's something they really struggle with. They've been really not very good in the first quarter. I think they only scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter all season long.
So I did a little deep dive, fun stats. So since Green Bay, about 8 weeks, I think Matthew Stafford's completion percentage on first drive passing is just over 50%.
Yeah, that's not good enough.
Not good enough.
No.
Got to be better. Yes.
So, and that leads to the other thing that I'm thinking about, that if Josh Allen gets a bunch of possessions, the Rams not only are going to lose, they're going to get murdered.
Yes.
Right? So they need to hold on to the ball for a long time. It reminds me a little bit of what we saw against Minnesota, where both teams were scoring, but nobody was scoring really fast. They were kind of moving the ball. I think there was only 3 possessions in the first quarter. The Vikings scored 2 touchdowns. The Rams scored 1. They got it right back at the beginning of the second quarter, tied the game. But it was a pretty methodical. It wasn't just this up and down thing. If they get into any sort of where Josh Allen gets extra cracks at this, or the Rams have a bunch of 3 and outs, or even maybe just 4 and 5 and 6 play drives,
now it's an avalanche.
And that's a great word for it.
Now it's an avalanche. You can't stop it. Yeah, that Minnesota game, I think that might have been, or did you say it, or was it JB Long that said it? Searching for their best game.
I think that's their best game. I said it last week.
You said that. Yeah, that's the time when they did play complementary football.
It's the only time.
You're going to have a similar game like that, plus take it up a notch. You're going to have to run the ball as well.
All of the above.
Everything. Yes.
All of the above. Keep him off the field. Play complementary football. Get to him if you can, but without letting him out the back door, right? Like we've talked about.
Right.
There's just so many different things that are going on there. And look, this is week 14, game 13.
Yeah.
The Rams have had one game you're like, that's a good football team. They've won some games, but it's always been but they need to fix this, clean this up. When you look at Detroit last night, look at Green Bay last night, look at Buffalo a week ago against San Francisco, it's like, Yeah, this is a mismatch. Like
Yes.
they just don't. They have not played a game like that all season long.
So this is where that word finishing comes in, where you have to finish through the line. When the coach says for you to sprint through the line, this is what they mean, because Josh Allen can beat you as a front runner. He can beat you coming from behind. He can beat you in whatever sort of matchup you want, whatever type of game it is, whatever complexion it is. So even if you think you got him, keep your hammer down, because he can bring them back, and he will bring them back.
This is entirely unscientific. Every team has a game where they just go, wait, what? Like they played, wow, where's that been all year? Both to the good and to the bad. Maybe that's this weekend. Because they're going to have...
had the bad one.
You've had, sure as you know what have.
Yeah.
They've had the bad one. They haven't had the good one. Because the Vikings game was an impressive game, but it wasn't oh my gosh, look at this. That's good. Even the season where they went 5-12. Remember when they just murdered the Broncos on Christmas Day? I think they scored 50 points. It's like, where did that... Every team has one of those. They haven't gotten theirs yet.
You're going to need it.
And maybe that's this weekend.
And there's some people actually picking the Rams this week. There are some people out there nationally that are picking the Rams to win the game.
Why?
Not many. Who knows? Maybe it's just because everybody's picking Buffalo.
Contrarian.
And that Broncos game was 51-14 on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Butt whooping. Yeah.
Could
happen.
That
You
was
never know.
Russell Wilson, like, hey, wait, what? He's bad now?
Yeah.
Not
That whole
anymore.
Russell Wilson Broncos thing was just it's so weird.
It never happened.
You guys were both of you. You weren't here yesterday. Emily came in yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah.
And she goes, I am all in on midseason Hard Knocks, AFC North edition. All in. Fired up Mike Tomlin. You come in this morning, said virtually the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I was so done with the Hard Knocks. We've seen it before.
Yeah.
But when they're doing the entire North and they show you, is that juxtaposing?
Yeah.
One coach and then the other coach saying the same thing about the game that's coming?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I told him the exact same thing. I was like, they would be talking about each other, and you'd see, the face of Jamar Chase, and then you'd see the face of Minka Fitzpatrick, because they're talking about how you match up against each other, and it looks like as if those guys were looking at each other, but they're in two different locations. Like the editing of the opener,
it's great.
Fantastic.
I know the answer to this because you did your top 5 earlier this week.
Yeah.
But you still think Baltimore's the best team in that division, even without being in first place.
I
this
should have
late in the
seen
year.
this first.
Oh, you changed your mind?
I think Pittsburgh might be closer than we think.
Closer to Super Bowl
being
good?
one of the best teams in the league. Yeah, it doesn't look
They have
pretty.
enough offense for that?
It doesn't look pretty, but they're playing Steeler ball, which is never going to be pretty.
No.
It's just going to be violent.
No, yeah. and you know what else is going to be?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yes. Yeah.
But to your point, the offense, the only offensive person that really does anything is George Pickens, and it's every 2 or 3 times a game he'll have an amazing, oh my gosh, interception for 40 yards or reception for 31 yards. And then you have occasionally a Pat Freiermuth, but it's really, they have nothing. If Najee Harris and George Pickens are locked up, the offense isn't going anywhere. So you have to rely on the defense to get, turnovers and et cetera, get good field position. So I don't know.
Doesn't this just scream Steeler ball? This is Najee. 207 carries, 824 yards, 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, sounds about right.
He's just pacing the offense. Right.
Sounds about right. And what's the final score? 14-12.
And they win.
And they win. Right. And again,
and
that's how it goes.
Like I told Travis too, I think another reason why I really loved it is that you had way more Tomlin. He didn't even sit in front of a camera and do a sit-down talk. And almost zero Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
And both of those are great.
TV producers are pretty smart, generally speaking. They know what people want to see. They know what people don't want to see. I don't think anybody's asking for more Russell Wilson.
No.
You know
I think we know that already.
And I don't even say that. I'm not a Russell Wilson fan at all, but I don't even say that to pile on a guy I don't like. There's nothing in the Russell Wilson universe that we haven't seen that we want to see more of.
When's the last time you've gone to a Baskin Robbins and said, "Give me a scoop of vanilla"?
Right. But you know what Russell Wilson would be? Give me the vanilla with sprinkles.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, dude.
All right, chill, bro.
Come on, take it easy.
Right. And
Stop.
I think too, it's interesting because every other coach in the AFC North did do a sit down at some point in time. I think Mike Tomlin doesn't give a crap about any of that. So I think what is good though is got him acting normally.
That part where he highlighted, where he showed the left tackle, he said, "This is their guy. He's good. We got to watch out for him." And the reason he's here is because you did this to the other guy, and he showed the tape of it. of the guy just getting absolutely murdered.
It was Highsmith against their left tackle, and then they got Orlando Brown Jr. this offseason.
Yes.
The Bengals did.
I stood up off the couch like, that's it. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, my God.
And then Herbig, he was talking up Herbig, who was trying to come over.
Yes.
Highsmith was injured, so Herbig had to come up with a big play, and he had a strip sack of Joe Burrow at the end of the game.
You know what's great about Tomlin?
What?
You don't hear him very often. That you see him in press conferences. You'll occasionally see him, in a post-game clip, something from the locker room or something like that.
We do not care.
But you don't see him. Like, you think about how often you see. Let's use McVay as an example, right?
Yeah.
Sean McVay, a bunch of commercials. He's very accessible. He's good with the media. Like, Sean McVay is available and present. So you kind of get a sense, okay, this is who he is. This is how he talks. And you just...
Yeah.
Tomlin's kind of an unknowable guy unless you're inside that building.
There's a guy. We're talking about coaches with aura. Go ahead and approach him if you want to.
No, I'll skip him.
You
said Phil Jackson. I'm like, yeah, I'll go say, Phil, what's going on, man? I'm a huge fan.
Go talk to him.
Nice to meet you.
When he's walking from the locker room to the field. Go ahead.
Excuse me, sir.
He also I don't know. I don't think he does. I don't know if he does one of those like a hit with a local Pittsburgh station. I think he just only cares about what's going on in the field. But you also see him like go up to George Pickens. George Pickens had a bad the play that was sent to him got intercepted because he fell.
Yeah.
And then he's like, this is not the end of the game. You're going to make a big
that
play.
play won't define us.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then he got a touchdown.
Look me in the eyes. That play won't define us. I need you. Pop.
It was amazing.
Yes.
Mike Tomlin is a sir.
Oh, yes.
He's like, sometimes there's just being polite. Excuse me, sir. There's that. And then there's where you put a little meaning to it. Like when you meet Jaime Harin.
Same.
Good to see you again, sir.
Absolutely.
Like it's a level of respect beyond just politeness.
Yes.
Mike Tomlin is a sir.
You know what else? Mike Tomlin solidified it when I said I would go all in for Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin respects Joe Burrow. Like, call that man dangerous. I would give anything you got for a guy like that.
He's got a Batmobile.
You
have an urban assault vehicle, and Joe Burrow has a Batmobile. And I've got Knight Rider, which I might want to redo that one. Anyway. Factor Cap coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
All right.
Tell me about Pechanga, DeMarco.
I want to go to Pechanga right now. Well, yeah, I do. I want to go to Pechanga every single day. I can't go every day. I'm married. Anyway, this is DFAR, player-perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Why get stuck in traffic when you don't have to be? You can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than an hour. Pechanga gives guests all the amenities they expect of a world-class resort. Exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, golf, and let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. The immense casino floor, the 1,100 hotel rooms and suites, the spa, golf course, 20 bars, restaurants, and so much more make Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country. Come see why readers of Newsweek and USA Today voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. So whether your idea of entertainment is lounging poolside with me or like me, or putting a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you right now. Here, visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA, to book a reservation or for more info. You can also follow them on Instagram at Pechanga Casino for up-to-the-minute news and information.
Whether you need a big stop late in the game.
Edwards downloaded DiVincenzo, blocked by Davis again. Another block for Anthony Davis. Here's Reeves, lay it up and in.
A free ball from downtown.
Davis for three. Good! Anthony Davis!
Or a power slam in the paint.
LeBron down the middle. Alley-oop! AD for the dunk.
AD is doing it all this season.
We're going to empower him as much as he wants to be empowered. If he wants to be first team All-NBA and he wants to be in the MVP conversation all year long, we're going to empower him to do that.
You know, for me, I'm just trying to be aggressive and do what I have to do to help the team win. You know, Jay want me to be the hub, and but my job remains the same, to come out and be aggressive and let the team feed off of that.
LeBron's got it. Full head of steam. LeBron to AD. Slam dunk.
Catch every thrill from AD in the Lake Show this season.
Right here on 710 ESPN.
Choosing the right candidates for any office can be difficult.
My office has lots of drama.
My office has its ups and downs.
I share my office.
But no matter what kind of office you have, one thing's for certain. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the most qualified candidates for your roles fast. and you can invite your top choices to apply. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So, for any kind of office.
I'm really going places in my office.
My office has everything you could ever want.
Count on ZipRecruiter to find the right candidates for it. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Los Angeles, your Rams will be back home on Sunday, December 8th as they take on the Buffalo Bills. All eyes will be on the Rams as Matthew Stafford will go head-to-head against Josh Allen and the Bills. The stage is set for an electric AFC-NFC matchup you don't want to miss. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/BUF. Again, that is therams.com/BUF to watch your Los Angeles Rams face off against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday, December 8th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. For instance, on September 21st, 2019, UCLA trailed Washington State 49-17 with under 7 minutes left in the third quarter. From that point forward, the Bruins erased that 32-point deficit, outscoring the Cougars 50-14 to win 67-63.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
Great game. You got into the end zone again and again. How'd it feel?
Awesome. Like getting a new iPhone again and again. I just got the new iPhone 16 Pro today.
Really?
Yeah. And with AT&T Next Up Anytime, I can upgrade early every year.
Very nice.
Feel like an MVP again. Learn how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us and the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Offer subject to change. Additional fees, terms, and restrictions apply. $0 offer may not be available on future iPhones. Next Up Anytime feature may be discontinued at any time. See att.com/iPhone for details.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Aloha.
You have to say a greeting to me, Brian, in some language.
Hello.
Okay, there we go.
Works. Guten Tag.
Before I get into Factor Cap, and I have a couple of items regarding what I did last night. So I got to see a wonderful film called The Last Showgirl. It stars Pamela Anderson as one of the last women in like a showgirl show in Vegas.
Burlesque show?
Yes, a burlesque show in Vegas. And, she's been in it since she was, a kid in 1980, and then she's been in the show since then. It was closing, and how she's dealing with that. And it is so good.
Forgive me for asking what's probably a stupid question. Can she act?
She's fantastic in it. It's like a role she's born to play. I can't imagine the role without her. She shows so much. She's like so vulnerable in it. Billie Lourd plays her daughter, who is Carrie Fisher's daughter. Gia Coppola directed it, who is of the Coppola family. Anyway, overall, fantastic movie. It's very understated, very quiet. But if you're interested at all, I would highly suggest you just give it a try. It's 86 minutes long too, so perfect.
Right up your alley.
Right there.
Go.
Exactly.
It's no barbed wire though.
It is. It's an emotional movie about sacrifice, motherhood, and art. So again, I'm letting you know that is what going into it. But yeah, I saw it last night at the Aero Theater through the American Cinematheque. It's right on Montana and Santa Monica.
My grandfather and I used to go to movies at the Aero Theater all the time.
Right. And I don't know if it's been renovated, but like the seats are tiny.
Yep. It's
a
small theater.
It's a small theater. Seats are tiny. And so I was sitting. My friend, who's awesome, got me these special seats because she's a publicist for someone in the movie, and I got to sit in these special seats. Great. But I sat down and I was in between two people, and I tried to put my arms up, and then the woman next to me is an older woman. She pushed my arm down.
Oh.
I was like
off the armrest?
Yes. I was like, okay. I guess I'm getting no armrests.
You got bullied.
Declaration of war.
And she had both armrests. I'm like, All right, you've earned it. You've earned this 2 armrests. But my statement is, you get 1 armrest. You're on a plane. You're in a movie theater. You get 1 armrest. Travis, Factor, Cap.
I think that's fact. I think that everybody gets, the plane is the classic example of this, right? You don't get both. You get one or the other. Everybody gets one. And, maybe if you're on the window, you get the 2 because you can use the bulkhead or whatever. But yes, and unless there's a special circumstance where an elderly person or somebody that needs the extra room, we all get one. Fact.
Yes. DeMarco?
God, I'm gonna say Cap. That's rude, isn't it? I'm going Cap because they're both mine. I'll let you have one, but they're both mine. Depending on who you are, I'll let you have
you're
one.
loaning me one for the trip?
I'm either window or aisle, right? So if I'm in the aisle, I'm going to take the left one or the right one, right? Because that's
depending on what side of the plane
the
you're
aisle
on.
side.
Yeah.
And then the inside, we're going to battle over.
Yeah, but the guy in the middle has to have one of them. So if the guy on the window seat has the one here, he's got to take your other one.
Then you got to talk to the window dude. This is mine over here too. So that's Cap. I'm taking both. Yeah.
All right, Brian.
Fact. Unless it's a kid. If it's a kid, like you said, I will let the older people
They
have
get
them.
none.
Yeah. Right. If it's a kid, hey, wait your turn, kid.
Yeah.
Come on.
Not
No
to
armrest.
but I'm ambidextrous, so I use both hands, so I need both.
Yeah, but we're trying to have a society, DeMarco.
That was with negotiation. We can talk about it. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's fine, and that's also why I tend to try to sit on the end, but I was not assigned that seat, and so I had to sit where I sat, and I am so thankful for it because I really like seeing it. Additionally, if you've ever been to that part of Santa Monica, especially at night, it's really hard to find a parking spot because it's not really a parking lot for this movie theater, and so I was kind of circling the different neighborhoods to see a spot that's, both doesn't have a time limit and I could park there. So, I was trying to see, do I get the first one that I see and just walk a little bit further, or do I try to risk it and get a little closer to where I know the theater is because I'm going to be walking later at night. So,
Bird in hand.
I ended up going to wait a little, I drove a little further and got a closer spot, but I was cutting it close with the timing of the movie. So, you take the first spot you see, and you don't wait and find a better spot. DeMarco, Factor, Cap.
Fact. I'd take bird in hand, especially when I'm up against it for a movie time. If I can walk there, if it's within reason, I'll drop you off at the movie and I'll go park and walk back. So bird in hand, we're good. Yes.
Travis?
I agree with DeMarco. Fact. I am the opposite of the person who looks for the air quote good parking spot. I go to the back of the lot to start, park my car, and walk it in. I don't want to have to wait for you to back out. I don't want to get. I'm good. I'm in no. This is just my deal. I'm very, very rarely late, so I'm not in a scuffle to get to a thing on time. I will park in the back. Grocery store, back.
Yeah.
Right. Walk
Mall,
it in.
back.
Mall, back.
Yeah, whatever.
Walk it in. Yeah. It's never. I'm never a try to get
Costco.
closer guy. Always
That's a good
Costco.
workout.
The only
Always.
problem with Costco is if you go big at Costco and you fill up that Godzilla shopping
Now it's a
cart,
gulag.
now it's like you're pushing a blocking sled for 500 yards. So that's miserable.
Yeah.
So that may be the one exception.
Brian?
Fact. Same thing here. I'll go all the way to the back.
Yeah.
One of my pet peeves is I hate when people are waiting right behind me. Like, if I do have that good spot, and now there's like 5 cars behind me, and I'm just like, man, I don't know. That really ticks me.
I'm going slow now.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that on
Yep,
purpose.
I'm going to
I'll
parallel.
back
Oh,
up.
nope, not good enough. Coming out again.
Sometimes I'll get in the car and then get out again and pretend I'm going just to kind
look
of
at you.
like,
I do hate parking snobs. When you are looking for one and somebody finds one and they get out and just look at you.
How about when they like if you're walking and they just trail right behind you? It's like, dude,
don't stalk me.
Yeah, no, right.
All right, so one of the great parts of Hard Knocks AFC North was that you got to see what snacks Mike Tomlin likes. He was feasting on chili cheese Fritos, which
delicious.
are elite. So my statement is chili cheese Fritos are elite. Brian, Factor, Cap.
Cap. Too much of them, I get a weird taste. I don't know. It's in moderation, a little bit, like just one handful of those chili cheese Fritos for me.
That's 2 strikes, man.
He's wrong, but he's right. They are elite. It's a fact, but he's right. The proper amount of chili cheese Fritos is a handful, maybe a second one. Right. But if you don't, they have like a waxy deal that they're delicious, but they're also functional. They have a property that if you eat too many of them, not only does your mouth feel bad, but other things happen.
Stuff happens.
So
yeah.
chili cheese Fritos are a proceed with caution food. They're delicious. I love them, so they are elite, but be careful.
I lost the plot.
Marco?
You guys are both wrong. What was the question again?
Chili cheese Fritos are elite.
Oh, yeah, fact. And you guys are both wrong. The proper amount of chili cheese Fritos is all of them. The whole bag and a Slurpee to go with it. Are you kidding me?
Hey.
That's a great day. Come on.
You're going straight home though, right?
Maybe. Well, yeah. I'm going to be close to something. But yeah, and a Slurpee. I'm good.
You're not doing that and going to the gym.
No,
you're not doing that and going for a walk.
No.
Or you need to be close to safe space.
The whole bag. Let's go.
Okay, last one for you guys. So, reportedly, Bill Belichick has interviewed for the UNC head coaching position, which would be a shock, I would believe. I didn't think he would go to college football, but, maybe it's not a shock. I'm going to say this statement. So, Bill Belichick wants to go to coach in college because he wants to be close to his girlfriend. Travis Factor.
That's a low blow. That's funny. No, I'll be honest. It's Cap, to answer your question. Well done. I think he wants a gig.
Yeah.
I think he wants to coach. And I do think he will get an opportunity to coach in the NFL if he waits.
Yeah.
But let's just cards on the table. There were 7 or 8 open jobs last year. He didn't get one.
Yeah.
And he did interview for at least the Atlanta job he was interested in, and he didn't get it. So I'm not saying that he will never get another job again, but he went through a cycle, didn't get one, so maybe he's just looking for a place to go coach football.
I agree. Yeah, I think the girlfriend thing was a low blow. That's fine. How old is she?
Old enough to be out of college.
They met on the flight because she was talking about philosophy because she was studying philosophy in undergrad.
What's the age difference?
Undergrad is about 22.
Wow. Okay, Bill, my man.
Everybody's
question again. I lost the plot again.
He wants to do this to be close with his girlfriend.
Okay, Cat. But I mean, Bill Belichick going back to college actually makes more sense now because it ain't college football anymore. That's just the junior pros. Yeah, so that makes sense.
And not that junior.
Yes.
And he's had that connection with Alabama for a really long time where, him and Saban are close, and then he will always go to, Alabama, pro days and has taken a lot of Alabama players, and so I think he has that connection, at least from seeing it from Nick.
So you can, we were talking about Jacksonville, will give him total control of the franchise. North Carolina may give you total control of the state. Which one is more attractive to you?
I mean, I also think he would go to Navy. I mean, of all places, I feel like that's the place that he would have the connection to.
The athlete,
can you get players there?
Well, see, I think that's what might be appealing to him. The answer is no.
Yeah.
You're going to the Naval Academy because you want to serve in the Navy.
Right.
You want to be an officer in the Navy. You're not going there because this is my quickest path to the NFL.
No.
This is the best NIL package. You're going to the Navy because you want to be in the Navy.
Yes.
I think those kids are remarkably disciplined. I think Bill Belichick would thrive in a place like that because they would do exactly what he asked them to do.
Easily.
And they would do it with great enthusiasm and great passion.
But are you there? See, he's got 8 Super Bowl rings, right? He's got 6 as a head coach, 2 with the Giants as a coordinator. Does he have a college national championship? Has he conquered college yet? Because
No.
I think that's what he'd be after.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I do think
And
you
he
have
could
to
probably do it from Navy.
Yeah, well, I mean,
right.
You got to be a little relatable to your players in college, a little bit. And maybe it's different now because of what you mentioned.
It's pros now.
It is.
He relates to that.
But to connect with an 18 and a 19-year-old is different than connecting with a 30 or a 32-year-old.
I tell you, what he held over you was fining you, was your money.
Yeah.
And I could take away the field and some of your money. Well, that's what college football is right now. It actually makes more sense.
I think he knows football, so I think he's going to be successful wherever he goes.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he would like college football, and having to deal with recruiting and doing that. Because at least in the NFL, I know how long you're going to be here.
Yeah.
Right? You sign a 3-year deal, I got you for 3 years.
I don't think he's got a glad hand. Just make a phone call. Yeah, this is Bill Belichick. I need your money. Okay.
Brian, what do you think about this too?
I think this is 1,000% fact. I think he is just trying to get younger. He wants the young vibes.
Stay
so
hip.
that he could connect with his girl a little more. Because like you
That's
said,
disgusting, Brian.
There's no
That's
way.
disgusting.
Come on, I mean, he's one of the best coaches of all time. Why would he want to take? And there's so many openings going to be in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to
Because
go
you've
back?
done it. You've already conquered the NFL 8 times.
He wants the record. He wants the record for the winningest coach in NFL history. He's
I
an
can't
NFL
imagine.
historian.
18 short, I think, is what
He
the
wants
number is.
Shula's record?
I think he's 18 short.
Really, are you that petty?
Recruiting.
That's not petty. That's petty. That's Mount Everest.
You got
man.
8 rings. You're done. You don't need that record. That's LeBron-esque.
He might. Most ever is a pretty compelling argument.
The guy,
yeah,
yes.
That's not too bad. Factor Caps brought to you by the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. You got many choices in your legal team, but with Joe, family always comes first. Call 213-747-2000. That's the law offices of Joseph S. Normand, or visit normandlegal.com. I have a confession to make to you when we come back. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face, and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another 3. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Did he?
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
The county just requested more electric charging stations.
Orders have really amped up at Able Electric.
We need 3 more at First in Maine, and we just got another hotel chain.
It's no shock. Able Electric needs able electricians.
Grocery store wants charging stations, too.
And fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
All right, I gave you one yesterday, and I'm just triple checking this, but yes, it didn't hit, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Sorry,
missed.
guys, on that one. But hopefully I'll get you on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Brock Bowers. They're playing the Buccaneers. The Raiders are. And I'd say Brock Bowers over 69.5 yards. I think he's going to have a big game. Or if you want to take this, take Brock Bowers to be the Raiders' leading receiver. That he has the most yards in that game. I think it's definitely a safe bet. But if you want to go a little more risky, go Brock Bowers over 69.5 yards. That is my Pachanga pick of the week.
I would definitely go with the leading receiver. Who else are they going to throw to?
Yeah, I was going to say.
That was the Pachanga pick of the week, presented by Pachanga Resort Casino. Play the perfect combination at Pachanga Resort Casino. Visit pachanga.com for more information. Who else are they throwing to? Uncle Rico.
Yeah.
Is that what they call him? Yeah.
What do you think if the Rams could have a do-over? Okay. And they were able to move up to get Bowers, which was rumored for a long time, or they could stay where they were and still get Jared Verse.
Oh, why would you ask me that?
Because that was the guy that it seemed they were most likely to move up and go get, Bowers.
I think either way you're great, but I don't think I would ever trade Verse for anything. Yeah, I
think so too.
He's at the embryo stage of something special. Here's where I see him at the top. When he's maxed out, he's going to have an off season for the first time as a professional. I see at some point, Myles Garrett. That sort of ability.
Oh, then, yeah, okay, forget it.
Yeah, once he gets stronger.
If he turns into Myles Garrett.
That sort of ability. I mean, big, strong, fast. You see his bull rush. It's coming out of nowhere. And he hasn't had a full offseason of the weight room yet.
Yeah.
Now, wait until he gets stronger and you hang 10 pounds on him and you drop some of that body fat. Oh, my God, yeah. So if he stays healthy and gets that many reps, that's what I see him turning into, or a guy like that.
I think I would have stayed with verse 2 after hearing you tell me that. Then it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
it's good. And by the way, Bowers is great. Like it's no shade to him at all. He's terrific. But if Myles Garrett, come on, man.
See, he's not just a first-round end that's a pass rusher that's running around guys. He's good run and pass, and he's going through you.
Yeah,
yeah. He's at the embryo stage of something special.
So, were you here when I took my trip to Napa?
Yeah, I think so. You told me about it. Yeah.
So Susan and I
showed
took
me pictures.
We took a long weekend in that. We had a great time. We had just a great time, and I like to think that I'm mostly immune to salesmanship and marketing and these sorts of things, right? Like I'm just like, I'm going to buy what I want to buy when I want to buy it, and there's no sales pitch that's going to get me or anything like that, right? I was 100,000, 20 billion% wrong. Do you know what's happening at my house right now?
What's happening?
Bottles of wine are showing up like every other day. The
problem with that is
it's not a problem. Only that I didn't realize what I had signed up for. So you go to these wineries, they're like, "Would you like to join this wine club?" And they give you this little card, and it's pretty, and you've had a glass or two of wine at this winery, and you're tasting it. Oh, you can get this bottle. Are you enjoying this? Well, you can have 3 of these delivered, quarterly for this. And I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds great. Here's the credit card number. Here we go, DeMarco. I need to throw a party or something because every other week or so, there's more wine showing up.
How many bottles do you have at your house right now?
More than I should. I'll leave it at that.
Like
I'll just
less than 50?
No.
More than 50?
Yes.
Bottles of wine?
Yes.
Are we approaching 3 digits?
I'd just say that there's more than I should have.
Okay, all right.
And by the way, there's no end in sight. Like we signed up for these things on like an annual basis.
Oh yeah.
And we were there 3 months ago, was it?
Yeah.
We're a quarter of the way through. It's like I'm running a restaurant.
Have a winery pretty soon. This is when you start knowing everyone's birthday.
It's
an anniversary and whatever.
Get ready for our Christmas gifts.
There you go. See?
Ooh.
See?
Ooh,
there you go. See?
Yeah, okay, maybe.
They start becoming gifts.
So the guy from FedEx shows up yesterday, and I happen to be out in the front yard when the truck pulls up, and I missed him the day before, so they had the sticker on the door that said, you have to be 20. I knew what it was. I knew it was the wine. So he says to me, I need to see your ID to leave the wine with you. And I look at him because I have white in my beard and in my hair.
Yeah.
I said, this isn't good enough. I'm just making a bad joke, right? I'm just
small talk. Yeah, whatever.
And he goes, no, I really do need to see it. I'm like, no, I get it. So I go in the house real quick. I get my license. I come back out and I give it to him. And he says, well, I really did need to see it because sometimes people that are underage will order alcohol online and we get. I said, no, I understand why you need to get it. He goes, no, but it happened to me the other day that I'm like, no, I understand why you need to see it.
I'm okay.
We're good. I'm not upset. He's like, yeah, because sometimes kids will get online and get mom and dad's credit card and they'll order wine. But he
said it again.
He said it like 4 times to Marco, and I'm like, dude, I'm not mad.
Rain Man's delivery.
And here, this is why I was right.
Yeah.
Yet again, Ireland. This is why you don't talk to people.
Oh, come on.
This is why you just go, yeah, let me get that for you. And you hand it to him because I made one small joke just trying to make, small
you made
talk.
his day, Trav. How many minutes did that take? 4?
At least, and it should have taken 4 seconds.
That's 4 minutes of your day. Come on, he made his day.
No. Because kids will order. Yeah, I know. I'm not mad.
Come
I understand.
He paid you a compliment. He carded you.
No, they scanned it the whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but he knew. But he carded you. See,
but he didn't have to explain it to me 100 times.
Maybe he thought you didn't get it. You were getting wine.
Apparently,
maybe that's the first time we talked to someone that day, and then you were the first person that actually shared a conversation.
He said to me,
imagine who he meets.
Had he said to me, what made you decide to buy this wine? I'll have that conversation. Did you go to the winery? I'll have that conversation. Are you a wine only guy? Do you like a little beer? Do you like? Don't tell me the same thing 5 times in a row.
Maybe he just came from a house that tried to scam him. So you were nice enough to go get the.
No.
There was no fight. You went and got your ID. That was nice.
You know what I need from you, DeMarco?
What's that?
Travis, you were right.
You are right. You were definitely right. But I mean, sometimes you got to talk to people.
I guess
you might have helped him out. He's probably listening. See, there you go.
Nice guy. Just let's move the conversation.
Say it once.
Yeah. I know. I really need. No, I know you really need to do it. I'm not trying to have you lose your job. I understand that.
Come on. I love when I get carded, though. I do. Makes me feel good. Can I see your ID, sir? Yeah, absolutely.
I do this one. Seriously. Come on, man.
Come on. I know you got a job.
We have not to card everybody. I understand that you do, but you don't.
Well, when
you need to card somebody like Emily, right? Emily needs to get carded because, Emily, you're 27?
28, yeah.
28. So, but there's a world where you're 19, and I would believe it.
There's also like DoorDash.
I'm
they can't.
Not you, Parker.
Yeah.
Sit down.
I'm carding Parker every time.
But
yes.
with DoorDash, they can't continue on to the next spot unless no matter who it is, they have to scan the card.
So, like, when you do, and I give you the card, it's token, right? Just look at it, give it back to me. But when you, like, look for my birthday, then I go, come on, dude, really? There's a 9-year-old here.
Look at my face. Look at the lines on my face. Look at my DeMarco. Is this not my ID? Like, what are we doing here?
I mean, you could be, CGI, AI.
No. And the best, I'm 53 years old.
Yeah.
Under the best circumstance, if somebody looked at me and said, I was like, I don't know, 59.
Okay.
Yeah, so
world's best makeup over there. I'd card you.
Not happening.
Yeah.
Not happening.
I have a story for you guys about, feeling like a Californian, another Californian feeling that I got yesterday.
Traffic related?
No, I can tell you the other side.
All right, we'll do it on the other side. Plus, I read something in the paper today, or online this morning, that was an LA Times story that made me think of you. That's coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
I think leaf watching is like the most overrated hobby in the world. Yeah, is that what they call it? Leaf peeping?
Some people do.
It's like, all right,
No
they were
way,
green,
that's what
now
it's
they're
called?
orange.
Google
All
it.
right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Leaf peeping?
Leaf peeping is a thing.
No, no, they're red. Oh, cool. Let's move on.
Okay, here's the thing though, Mace. We don't have those season changes.
Yes. Laura, leaf peeping is an informal term in the United States and Canada for the activity which people travel to view and photograph the fall foliage in areas.
Okay, imagine saying, hey babe, I want to go leaf peeping with you.
Yeah, by the way, Laura, I know you're curious, so I'll tell you. When is peeping season?
Probably October, November?
September through December each year.
Yeah. So magical. Laura, I'm from back there. It's a stupid hobby. Oh, the leaves are turning. Let's go drive in the middle of nowhere.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
All you gotta do is go to Morongo and get 15 gifts in 15 days, and you'll be halfway done with my list. Hello, Ma. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
15 days of gift-a-day giveaways. Earn 500 points on your rewards card and get that day's gift. Weekdays, starting the 2nd.
Number 2.
The 20th anniversary marketplace special for only $20. Mondays.
And the number 1 reason.
Laughter with Earthquake, live January 25th.
Morongo, good times.
Insurance claim. Those 2 words used to instantly manifest a pit in my stomach. In fact, I get flashbacks of being lowballed and made to feel like a criminal. And of course, just being ignored. No insurance company is in a rush to fairly compensate clients, even though they unabashedly take our money every year. All of that's behind me now, and I'm never going back thanks to Avner Gatt. Dealing with insurance companies is all they do. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional licensed public insurance adjusters in California, and many of these people used to work for insurance companies. The team at Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle your claim. You also have some Avner Gatt adjusters with experience in handling hazardous materials, where asbestos and lead testing was their profession. Some of them used to work at law firms handling bad faith claims. Trust me, they know how to deal with any insurance claim dispute. Avner Gatt covers all of Southern California with a real passion for helping people, which becomes all the more obvious when you realize Avner and his family are still the ones answering the phones. So whatever unfortunate occurrence led you to the insurance claim and subsequent abusive relationship, being lowballed, ignored, judged, know that Avner has your back. And if somehow I still haven't convinced you, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Call today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256 and online at avnergatt.com.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
So I had an experience.
That's too fast. That's too fast for me. See, I can't dance that fast. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I had an experience yesterday that I know you guys have all talked about, how, if people don't live in California, they don't really understand.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday there was a 7.0 earthquake in Eureka and Humboldt.
Yeah.
And so that's a huge earthquake. That's a scary earthquake. And I had 7 people reach out to me and ask, how was the earthquake in LA? And I had to show them in the Google Maps, I am 11 and a half hours away.
Yeah.
It's like me asking you in New York City what happened in Orlando. I'm
Yeah,
like, you're not close at all. And so I finally feel like people really don't understand the geography in the vastness of California unless you live in California.
And literally, Eureka is at the very, very top.
It's a big state.
Yeah. That was a big earthquake.
I don't think I've ever stopped in Eureka ever.
I've never been.
Or Redding.
I've never been through that part of California.
Yeah.
Whenever I need to go to Oregon or Seattle, we would fly.
What did you say?
I used to live there up in Humboldt.
You're
Humboldt
kidding
State.
me.
Yeah, well, that's where I went to school. Humboldt.
Steel
Doesn't
Pulse,
surprise me.
Right,
Humboldt.
right.
It's all making sense now.
But I worked at a TV station in Eureka too out there.
Oh,
for a little
really?
bit.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a small little town, but I even got.
Did you like it?
I did.
Yeah.
I got alert text yesterday. I haven't lived out there for like 2.5 years, but tsunami warning kind of. So
Does your phone number have an area code from that part of the world?
It's kind of San Diego, so I think it's just still connected somehow.
Okay.
I still get Hartford stuff.
What could fall out there? It's just trees, right?
What was the tsunami warning? Because it's like
okay.
right up against the coast. So
Yeah.
that was what it really was.
Yeah.
Gorgeous up there. Drove through a tree.
They do have that up there. Yeah.
The big.
I've
drove
seen that.
through a tree.
Yeah,
It's-
I thought
say,
you
are you
drove through a
okay?
tree.
No,
Yeah.
you won't believe the size of this tree. Like you could drive a car, 2 cars can go through.
They
this.
can pass each other.
Huge,
That's
yeah,
nuts.
monstrous.
So yesterday was signing day, right? And
for college football.
College football.
Yeah.
And Oregon won. It was decided that they won National Signing Day. That they had the number 1 ranked recruiting class of everybody that signed yesterday, which is, if you're our age, is kind of hard to wrap your head around, knowing the history of Oregon football over the last 20 or 30 years. It wasn't until kind of Rich Brooks went to the Rose Bowl that one year, and then Mike Bellotti took over, and that's kind of when Phil Knight started to dump a ton of money into it.
Yeah,
that's when he jumped in. They went crazy on the uniforms and facilities. And fast forward,
or they let him
20
jump
years.
in.
Yeah, and they've become a powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
They're the only undefeated team. They're going to go to the CFP, win or lose tomorrow against Penn State. And they got the right coach from the SEC. They're in the right conference now, so they don't have to worry about a bigger league coming through and poaching your guy. And they have Phil Knight scratching checks. There was a story about a defensive back that was committed to Ohio State that changed his mind at the last minute to go to Oregon because Phil Knight said, come out here and we'll make you your own shoe.
Man.
And that's what...
Wow.
Right. That's what this is now. This isn't
with that?
Hey, you might want to be an English teacher someday. Let us go show you this English department.
No.
Let's meet with this professor. Let's show you our lock. It is a straight cash... How can I get to the NFL? How much money are you going to pay me? What does the facility look like? And that's it. And this was just the latest example of that.
It's incredible. And this just makes me wonder, I keep saying this, right? Historically, SC has money. Historically, SC has one of the greatest brands in college football. There should be no way that Oregon can do this and SC doesn't.
So
you're telling me they have more money and more pull than you do?
I don't know if they have more money. I don't know if they have more pull. What they have is more want. They have
more want to do.
They have more want, because I want to read this to you. This is from Ryan Kartji's piece in the LA Times talking about SC and recruiting day and what they're going to do. This is 2 paragraphs. They're short. So, but just keep in mind as you're listening to this, we're talking about a college football program. Okay.
Yes.
Adding a top-flight quarterback transfer isn't just a matter of selling him on Riley or dangling a starting spot. It also means paying top dollar in a competitive market where the best quarterbacks are commanding name, image, and likeness packages that reach 7 figures. Any NIL money spent on a quarterback means less to spend on other positions in the portal. Complicating the situation even further is the fact that Maiyava's representation will want to renegotiate his NIL deal after his 3-game audition. And considering the coach's public votes of confidence, it's safe to assume Maiyava has the leverage to command a sizable raise.
Are you talking about the NFL?
They just talk salary cap, asset allocation, contract renegotiation.
This Pro Bowl now.
This is professional football, but it's more like baseball than it is the NFL because there's no damn cap.
It's the Wild West. Yes.
You can go do whatever you want, which is why when you see Oregon has the #1 recruiting class with Georgia and Ohio State and SC's just kind of, it's like you're choosing not to compete at that level.
This is crazy, right? You agree. We all agree this is crazy. There's no cap on this. This is the Wild West. It's insane. How do you see this going bad? Like, what do you think happens to make this go bad before there's some guardrails in place?
You have 2 teams with every good player, and they just pay them more, and they just hoard all the good players, and so you only have, I don't know, Alabama and Georgia competing every year.
But there's only so many spots. Kids want to play.
Right.
So you're not going to get them all. You might get more than your fair share, but there's going to be enough good players to go around.
But you've done that before in old school recruiting.
Right.
You can have, like Alabama has all the best players, and they just run through rush shot over everyone.
And they couldn't leave.
But when you're giving 18-year-olds millions of dollars, how do you think this goes bad? What do you think happens?
Tell me.
I'm just asking. I think that's crazy.
An 18-year-old with millions of dollars is probably going to end poorly 90% of the time.
Yeah, I wonder how that turns out for that kid.
Probably not great, but that's not going to be the thing that stops it.
Because he's not going to school to get an education anymore.
No, they're not.
So if his pro dream goes up in flames and you don't save money, then what?
Well, hopefully here's where it could go right. Okay. And I don't want to put a school in, but school X, right? School X starts to develop a reputation of paying. Okay, we're paying the going rate,
like Oregon.
Okay, but we're also going to do is we're going to put you in touch with people that will prevent what you're talking about.
Okay,
look, we're going to get you the NFL. We're going to play in the national championship game. You're going to play on TV every weekend. You're going to have every opportunity to go to the NFL and make even more than we're paying you. In the event that doesn't work out for you, here's where here's another guy that was a 5-star that tore up his knee. He's also got a car dealership in Eugene, and he's set up for the rest of his life.
Some financial literacy.
And put them in positions to succeed. So when the football has to still be good, but you have these other avenues to, hey, look, not every guy, how many guys are on a college football team? 100?
At least.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many go to the NFL every year if you're really good?
Top 1%.
Right?
Of the entire country.
Okay, so a lot of you guys aren't going to go. Let us do this. We're not going to do it the way we used to do it by saying, hey, we're going to make sure that you get a good job at Allstate. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that $10 million you're going to make while you're here, or 5 or 500,000 or whatever the number is, you're going to have it when it's done.
I hope so.
And
we're going to help
LA
you manage it.
Seem like a perfect place to set someone up to do that. You have all these media opportunities. You have influencing opportunities. There's so many places for someone to make money here in LA. Wouldn't that be a selling point?
It would, but you got to be. That's a tough sell to an 18-year-old because they do think they're going to make it. They do think they're going to be the 1%. They do think the money's going to flow forever.
Right. And there's more distractions in LA.
For sure.
That's the other part.
But this was
there's fewer distractions up in Eugene than down here.
That's why I don't want to put any names on. I'm just saying that this is what it is. The only excuse to not compete now is you're choosing not to.
Okay, so
especially at a place like SC.
I got this from UW. This comes from not an exec. What do you call those people that work in administration? Yes. So UW at its core is an institution of higher learning. So they refuse to go all in.
Okay.
I bet SC feels the same way.
Okay.
Oregon, they look at like they're embarrassed by. Like, you can care less about your reputation as a school. You've gone all in as a football factory. So I can respect both sides. I want to win, but I don't want to sell my soul to do it. I don't think Oregon had a soul to begin with.
I don't think they're closing down the science department at Oregon. They're not closing down the sports management department. They're doing both. You can do both.
I think you can.
Money doesn't prohibit you from having a school.
But when you start having a $20 million roster, you're not there to educate kids. You're there to win football games.
They're not, but the guys that are going to school and sitting in the stands, they're going to school.
But that's UW. They still consider themselves, and they are, an institution of higher learning, and they refuse to do that, play that game.
Then they're going to get dump trucked.
You're not going to win. You're going to have to go in at some point, but right now they're refusing.
You have to spend the money. And,
I agree. And Seattle's got money,
sure,
tech money.
Of course they do. Or say, look, what you just said. We're going to have a team, but we're not doing that.
Yeah.
You know who's doing that?
Them.
UCLA.
Not doing that?
No, UCLA doesn't have an NIL program to speak of. It's certainly nothing like these other schools. We're going to have a team. We're going to compete. We're going to find the kid that does want to go to school. But we're not going to get enough good players to beat those guys.
Right.
And that's where it is. And SC, it's fine to be what you just described, what you said that Washington is. Fine. But you also can't say, why aren't we winning football games? It's obvious.
You can't complain. I just wonder if SC feels the same way. Are they traditionalist? Are they trying to say we're here to educate
There's
kids?
tradition and then there's antiquated. And I think you can do both. And
I think you're good.
You know what? You know who's a really good school?
Who?
Michigan.
Yeah, they know how to do it. But they've been doing it for years.
But Michigan has really smart kids, really good football players. They just won the national championship last year in an NIL universe. There's a way to do both.
True.
Michigan's not Clemson,
and they've had a 1,000-year head start in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
right.
Well, but the point being that they're not. Michigan didn't turn into LSU overnight.
No, not at all. They still have
both.
maintained their academic excellence plus football excellence.
All right, park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, and is now open 24/7. Here's what you want to do. You want to call in right now, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776, and you've got a chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino, which will include Sunday's tailgate party passes at the casino, so you can go have a good time before the game, and game day tickets at SoFi. Hollywood Park Casino, park, party, and play. Must be 21 or older to enter. Think about who's playing. Who's playing this Sunday? Who is the Rams' opponent? What do the Rams have going on? Give us a call right now, 877-710-ESPN. You got a chance to win that great prize. That's coming up next. Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steele throwing it down.
Backdoor cut to LeBron and a thunder dunk. Beautiful pass, and LeBron slams it home.
Guess who's back? Steele hitting big shot after big shot.
Three-pointer.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call, and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park, party, and play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. This season, keep your holiday gifts a surprise when you choose to pick up from Amazon Locker or Counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical, because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Just like in sports, you can never predict an accident. It will come when you least expect it. Travis Rogers here with DeMarco Farr to tell you about our friend, Joseph S. Normand.
If you're in any accident, call Joseph at 213-747-2000. The team at Normand Legal is ready to help you and achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Joseph at 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face, and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
the USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks, up the middle, into the end zone! Touchdown! They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club, did he?
The LA Kings and Angels Baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like North America's #1 home fire safety brand, Kidda. Because on a day full of football sounds you love, like fight songs, roaring crowds, and your favorite commentators...
Like me, Kirk Herbstreit.
The last sound you want to hear is... Defend your game time with Kidda and the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Based on total household installations as of December 2023.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
5-hour energy. When I pull up to the parking lot, it's time to level up. Dial in, showing out for your team. Listen up, get you some. I stand the fan to give you what you need. Fan fuel, game time, turn up the intensity. Team colors bleeding out. 5-hour energy. For a limited time, get the fan fuel flavor at 5hourenergy.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
All right, Rams and the Buffalo Bills at SoFi Stadium on Sunday afternoon. Kickoff is at 1:25. Pre-game show, and what time we start? 1:30?
11:30.
11:30, of course.
1:30 is the game.
We will not start the pregame show after the kickoff of the game. Rather, we will start it 2 hours before the kickoff of the game at 11:30. If you would like a chance to maybe go to a tailgate party, maybe go see that game yourself, you're going to want to answer the following question. You got a chance to win the Hollywood Park prize pack. Sean McVay recently became the winningest coach in Rams history. Who is the winningest head coach in Buffalo Bills history? Let's start with Al in Riverside. Al, who has won more games as head coach of the Buffalo Bills than anyone else?
Hi.
Hi.
Is it
3?
Levi?
Who?
Marv Levi?
Yes, we're going to give him that.
Sure, you Googled that real fast.
Give him that.
I think that's...
Kind of have to.
That's the same as giving Brian the spelling of my name.
Well, see, you're a much harder grader than I am.
Okay, go ahead.
All right,
We're going to give it to Al. Marv Levy.
Levy.
Yeah, not Levi.
Not Eugene Levy. Not Levi.
Marv Levy is the answer to that
Congrats
question.
on Googling.
Congratulations to you. You win the Ultimate Game Day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino, which includes, as I mentioned, tailgate party passes to the casino, game day tickets to SoFi, Hollywood Park Casino. Park party and play must be 21 and older to enter. I feel like Marv Levy was the coach of the Bills for 100 years.
It might as well. Yeah, it's crazy. It's that they never broke through. They went to the Super Bowl 4 straight years and did not win.
And got housed 3 of those 4 years.
I just feel the Scott Norwood, they had one.
That was the first one.
They had
and then
one.
The next 3, they got absolutely demolished.
Wow. Dallas. Who else?
Washington and the Cowboys.
The Cowboys again. Oh,
Yeah.
my God. Wow, that's just too bad.
Yeah.
And that was a great team. A bunch of Hall of Famers on that squad.
Andre Reed, Thurman Thomas,
Yep.
Jim Kelly, who's the defensive end? Bruce Smith.
Biscuit.
There's a linebacker that was on the Darryl Talley.
Yes, and Cornelius Bennett. Just great players all around. We played, I'm looking at the 1995 game. I did not know we gave up. How many touchdowns did we give up? Jim Kelly torched us. For
a long list. He torched
4
just about
touchdowns,
everybody.
and Thurman Thomas had 129 yards on the ground. Yeah, that was a bad day. Yeah, that was a real bad day.
I correct me if I'm wrong here. I know you won a state championship in high school.
Yes.
You won the Rose Bowl twice.
Won our section in California, yes.
Right. Won the Rose Bowl twice.
Yes.
Okay.
3-1 in the Rose Bowl.
Won the national championship in college.
Yes, beat Michigan.
And you're a Super Bowl champion.
Yes.
So
and a World Bowl. Don't forget the World Bowl.
And a World Bowl.
Yes.
So you won at the high school level, the college level, the NFL level, and at the international level.
As a coach.
As a coach. Okay.
Yes.
So you might not be the right person to ask this because you won so much, but what is your takeaway if you're Jim Kelly or Thurman Thomas? And because these are legends of the game.
It's not your fault.
It isn't their fault.
Yeah.
It isn't their fault. And it's nothing other than you went to the Super Bowl 4 times and went 0 for 4. Like,
So
what is that?
You
what's
asked
the
me,
takeaway?
I wore my ring in here, and you were asking me why I was wearing it. I said it's our 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
And then I told you sometimes when I see people, I put the ring in my pocket.
Yeah.
Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith, those are the people because I feel bad. There's no reason you shouldn't have at least one of these.
Yeah.
You are the best players, some of the best players this league has ever seen, and you couldn't break through. But then it also makes me appreciate my ring that much more because it's so hard to get. You know what I mean? It really is.
I don't know. You putting it away to me is. They didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything necessarily. You were on the right team at the right time and played well to win your titles.
Yes.
Like it's just fate. It's just it's being really good, being very prepared, and it just broke your way, and it didn't break their way 4 times. It's not like Bruce Smith is less of a football player than somebody else. He just wasn't in the right place at the right time.
We had the same desire to get there. Like me, Isaac, all the guys from LA, everybody on the team. We all wanted to win and be there, and it came down to the last play. And I'm sure Tennessee felt the same way we did. I'm sure Buffalo felt the same way we did. It's just best team on game day. That's the shame of it.
I wonder that those guys they can reconcile that in their brain, or is it always you got to be kidding me? Is it always? I cannot believe I got within a breath of it 4 times and it never went my way.
The Titans guys, they want to fight. They really do. Eddie George, when I see him, he still gives me a look. Like it's not over with him. I made the mistake of bringing that ring out around Jeff Fisher when he took the job. I thought he would think it was funny. Not even close. Yeah, not even close. Yeah.
You should have stayed in Tennessee. All right. So Draymond Green said the following on his podcast talking about LeBron James and whether or not Father Time has finally, kind of sunk his claws into the king. Is Father Time catching up to him? Absolutely, because Father Time catches up to everyone. However, where I disagree is people are saying, we just saw it, he's done now, we've been waiting for it, now he's done. No. I disagree with that. And the reason I disagree with that is because, quite frankly, what it looks to me right now is that he's a little tired. And then he went on to talk about, he goes, they went to the playoffs. LeBron played, I think, 70 games last year. Okay, so he played virtually the whole season. They did go to the playoffs. They were knocked out in the first round, but they played beyond the end of the regular season.
Plus the play-in game.
Plus the play-in game, right? He immediately goes to join Team USA as they prepare for the Olympics. Then he goes to the Olympics, where he carried an enormous load for Team USA to win a gold medal there. And he comes back, and you kind of just, like you said the other day, you go from winning the Super Bowl, you'd walk into training camp the next day.
Here we go again.
He just won a gold medal. Training camp starts, new coach. Not that LeBron doesn't look like something other than the best LeBron. He does. But could it just be fatigue? Could it just be all of this is catching up to him? And if with a little bit of a break, with a little bit of time to kind of recharge his batteries, we're going to see something that looks a little more familiar.
How do you build that into a season, though?
You miss time. The answer is you miss time.
Okay, so that's what I was trying to suggest. I don't not kick him off the team, but he needs to sit for a while.
Right, but not like come off the bench, but just say my knee.
Sit.
Take a month. Take 6 weeks.
Take a Kawhi. Yeah, take a Kawhi for a while. I think he's earned that.
Oh, for sure. Of course he has.
Heal up and then come back and be yourself. But the way you're dragging yourself up and down the floor can't be good for anybody.
It's not.
Yeah.
The fear would be, and that if he did that, then they get absolutely slaughtered in the games that he's not around and they're out of the playoffs and there's nothing to rest up for.
Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what JJ can actually do. Let's see if you're worth your salt as a coach.
You keep going back to that. I'm genuinely I'm fascinated by what is he supposed to do with that roster?
Remember what you said about Belichick and Navy? Mm-hmm. Same thing. At least look like something, have a plan, have a system, even if it loses.
Yeah.
Just be your best self. I want to see what that looks like. Not saying go take this group and all of a sudden be front runners and be as good as whomever. Just let me see what you are without LeBron. Let me see what you can do without him on the floor.
You're going to get a look at it tonight, maybe. We're still waiting on official word of whether or not he's going to play, but I would be surprised if he did. Just looking how he's looked and looking how the team has played and all the things we're talking about. If they could look like they could keep their heads above. Right now, I think they're ninth. I looked at it this morning. I think they're ninth, and they're the only team that's below them outside of the line that you think would probably hop back into it is Sacramento.
Yeah.
The Pelicans are there, but the Pelicans are 5-18. They're terrible. Could you stay in that 7, 8, 9, 10 range and give him enough time to recharge his batteries, to reinvigorate himself to the point where you could hit January 1st or February 1st and go for it?
Playing like this.
Games is the answer.
Well, playing like this, you're going to be out of that mix. So try something different. And like you said, at least if you can stay afloat, stay relevant, and he gets rested when he comes back, you'll actually have a chance. And maybe you might have a chance to make a trade to get some help.
Yeah, that would the trade.
To me, the answer seems obvious. The only problem is you can't do it because he's LeBron.
Well, you can't do it because he's LeBron, and you can't do it because you may. If the goal is to get him healthy so you can make a push, we might not get a chance to make a push if he doesn't play. We may fall so far behind that we're outside the line. We don't even get a chance to do it.
It's happening now with him on the floor.
Yeah.
So your only chance to be relevant is with him healthy.
They're barely hanging around.
Yeah.
Right? They're kind of floating around. Tonight matters.
It's a bad time to be a Lakers fan.
This is the problem.
Yes.
And this did not pop up just because Miami torched him. This has been clear as a bell for a couple of seasons.
Yep.
Your best guy is your best guy, but he needs help. And to get him help is really difficult at this stage in what your roster construction is. With the April, we all know they need it, but how do you go get it? And they're kind of boxed in.
You're going to have to give up some picks, give up what you don't want to get some help. But I'll say this, for people that call themselves Laker fans in this town, right, you're going to find out for real who's a real Laker fan, because it's time to shutter the doors for a while. Because you ain't coming out of this for a minute unless you make some drastic changes.
You got to go down and go up.
Yeah, and you're going to go. Yeah, you're going to go down even further. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right.
The question is, are they willing to do that, and when are they willing to do it, or do you just keep burning the LeBron thing as long as possible?
I like your line, what you said, and I've adopted it. If something needs to be done, do it now.
That's a Les Snead line.
Yeah.
I think I stole it from Les.
Well,
I steal everything from everybody. I've never had an original thought in my life. Let that be clear. But yeah, anything that needs to be done eventually should be done immediately.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
But this is impossible. How do you cut the king?
Also, by the way, just got some news from Jordan Rodriguez, but Alaric Jackson and Jared Verse will play Sunday.
I had no doubts. Those young, you're a rookie. Tape some Advil to it and get out there. What are you talking about?
They're going to need. It's such a weird game this weekend. I hope they win. Can they win? Sure. Are they likely to win? Probably not. But even if they don't win, it's like everything that you need to get done is still sitting there for you.
But the only thing you can do if you beat Buffalo is you can control your own destiny.
Yes.
And that I love. But if you lose to Buffalo, it's still out there for you.
Lose to Buffalo, beat San Francisco, Seattle, New York, and Arizona.
You're still there.
You're probably win the division.
Yes.
We want Seattle to lose to Arizona this weekend, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Knock them off the number one spot.
And then the Rams could win. Now everybody's 7-6.
There we go.
Fall back to San Francisco. McCaffrey, we done? We're done?
I'm not ready to write them off until they're done, until you play them.
McCaffrey
McCaffrey. Yeah, you saw that leg.
No, but I think they haven't announced it officially, but he put it on his Instagram that he thinks he's done for the year.
Yeah, you
without him, they're far less terrifying.
You saw the way he hit the deck, right?
Yeah.
That's a big problem.
Hot and cold coming up next. Trav DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Next Gen, 833-3NEXGEN. Next Gen, Right now, it's freezing in the morning, and you know that fast forward, a week from now, it feels like it's 80 degrees every Christmas. So you're going air conditioning, you're going heat, you're going back and forth between all of this stuff. NextGen can help you with all of it. You got that goofy drain in your laundry room or your garage or your bathroom sink or your shower that won't drain. NextGen can fix you with that. All of your AC, heating, and plumbing needs right there at NextGen. 833-3NEXGEN. And right now, they can hook you up with all sorts of awesome stuff, like an 88-point heating and cooling service diagnostic, which means comprehensive multi-point inspection and performance evaluation, professional recommendations for necessary repairs to ensure that your heating and cooling system is ready for the season. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. So don't wait. Call now, 833-3NEXTGEN, to schedule your $88 heating and cooling system diagnostic. You can visit nextgenairandplumbing.com for more information.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon. Yeah, the Raiders haven't won since 1900s. Now, here's the thing. Did you see the nugget? There's video of Gardner Minshew. I think this is after he was pulled from the game. You know what I'm talking about, Brian?
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
So there's video of him digging up his nose and eating a booger.
Oh, he got caught.
He went in deep. He went in deep, too. He was like
and
two knuckles
50
in.
that he eats it.
Yeah.
Look, if you're going to pick your nose, fine. Like people pick their nose. Just don't eat it.
No,
Like,
exactly.
just don't eat it.
There's a line.
Right, and the line is putting it into
your mouth.
That sums up the Raiders here.
Has anybody here ever eaten a booger?
No.
Oh, yeah, when I was a kid.
I never ate a booger. A booger's gross.
Yeah, that's gross.
Who would eat a booger? And yet some people do.
Gardner Minshew.
Apparently Ireland and Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, why not?
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
All you gotta do is go to Morongo and get 15 gifts in 15 days, and you'll be halfway done with my list. Hello, Ma. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
15 days of gift-a-day giveaways. Earn 500 points on your rewards card and get that day's gift. Weekdays, starting the 2nd.
Number 2.
The 20th anniversary marketplace special for only $20. Mondays.
And the number 1 reason.
Laughter with Earthquake, live January 25th.
Morongo, good times.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up this fall because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
As you know, we've welcomed a new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
All right, what's hot is email responses, and I'm bringing this up because there is a very devoted Denver Rockies fan Colorado Rockies, not Denver Rockies, Kevin. In his description is only Bonix can save us now in parentheses. Huge Denver sports fan. So anyway, he emailed Dick Monfort, who is the owner, chairman, and chief executive officer of the Colorado Rockies. So we got his email somehow and emailed him this as follows. Good afternoon, Mr. Monfort. I am seeing a ton of rumors flying about Juan Soto on social media. He's expected to get 14 to 15 years with a $43 million AAV. That's crazy money, but if you could offer it, I think he'd be a phenomenal fit for the purple pinstripes. That would catapult us into the playoffs contention almost immediately. Is there a chance we could land Juan Soto? Hoping so. Fingers crossed. Happy holidays and hope all is well.
It's good trolling right there.
All right, so that was sent at 2:28 p.m., and then this was at 2:36 p.m., so a very few minutes later. Dick responds, he has said publicly he wants to stay on the East Coast. Sent from my iPhone. It's amazing.
That's terrific.
Wow.
It's terrific on everybody's part that the guy, first of all, I like sending pithy emails to like high-ranking people because that's just funny. And that the guy actually got a response, I think, is great.
That's awesome.
That he wants to stay on the East Coast is great. The only thing about it and it's like a 1% thing. The Rockies are so dreadful that maybe we spend a little less time being funny in email and a little more time trying to figure out a way to get better players. But yeah, that's a win across the board.
It's a witty response, though.
It is.
You got to give that to him. So we figured it out. The Larry Walker Rockies were good. Vinny Castilla, Andres Galarraga.
They were pretty good. They weren't great, but they were the Matt Holliday, Ryan Spilborghs.
Yes.
That team's the team that went
93,
to the
99 in
there.
there.
That was all right.
Okay, that's
they
when
went to the World Series in 07.
Yeah,
They've had a moment. They've also been around now for going on 35
They're
years.
no longer expansion, are they?
No. They've been when you're into your third decade, you do not get the bone of the bed. By the way, I know that as a pitcher, you'd never want to go there, but as a position, first of all, Denver's a great place to live. Second of all, hitting in that ballpark? Are you kidding me? You could put up bananas numbers.
Yeah.
You don't have any pressure because no one's at the games.
No. Well, until the Dodgers roll through and there's 40,000 Dodger fans in Coors Field. And by the way,
probably the Yankees and the Red Sox. Yeah.
Great ballpark.
Yeah.
It's a great ballpark. Yeah, that one doesn't.
They got a
make
cool
sense.
mascot who looks like a cosmic brownie.
They choose not to be good.
What? The Rockies has it looks like a brownie.
It's called Dinger. And Dinger looks like a cosmic brownie. So you know those brownies with the little like sprinkles on them that you can get in like it's like Little Debbie.
Yeah.
That's what Dinger looks like. And
Rockies.
I love Dinger.
Do you? I've never seen really the mascot. Okay.
There's nothing bad about the Colorado Rockies other than their team. Like everything else
I like
about
their uniforms, the purple and the pinstripes.
Yeah. They do a really good job. The ballpark's good. They just have a garbage team. Everything else is pretty
looks
good.
Like from a fever dream.
Let me see.
It looks like Barney, but like
kind of.
off.
It's like a fever dream or something.
Oh yeah,
right?
I've seen that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shout out Dinger. All right, so what's cold is Bevo. They're not letting Bevo on the sidelines of the SEC championship game. So I don't know if you guys.
Is it in Atlanta?
It's in Atlanta. It's at the Mercedes-Benz Dome. So I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in 2019, I think, when Texas and Georgia played in a bowl game, Bevo, who is the live mascot for the Texas Longhorns, so it's a real Longhorn, met Uga, who is the bulldog, as the live mascot of Georgia, and they met, and Bevo almost killed Uga.
Yeah, it didn't go well.
So anyway,
It's a bit of a weight mismatch.
Yeah,
apparently it has to do with amount of space on the sidelines. They want to have player safety, have spectator safety, as well as a Longhorn is massive and weighs 1,700 pounds and a horn span of 58 inches. So
Big.
It makes sense why Bevo is not allowed on the sidelines. But justice for Bevo, I think that means that the Texas Longhorns need to crush them because they're keeping Bevo out of the stadium.
Well, if memory serves, it's very tight in that stadium. The sidelines.
The only time I've been there is when the Rams were in the Super Bowl a few years ago.
And aren't there going to be TV carts with the
I would assume.
Yeah, there's no room for Bevo.
I think the last time that they met, it was in Dallas, and so there was
It's bigger.
potentially more sideline room.
New Orleans, that stadium, there's bigger sideline.
room.
It would work there. Not Atlanta. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
There are times when you know something is big, but
Yeah.
until you see it with your own eyes, you have no idea how big it is. Like I've told this story before. First time I ever met Shaquille O'Neal, right?
Big man.
And obviously, it's Shaq. He's enormous. Like you expect him to be a huge human being.
Yeah.
And he came to do the Rome show one time, and I came around the corner to meet him in our lobby to bring him back to the studio. And he was standing up when I walked in. He filled up the entire double door, like we have at the front. He filled up the whole thing. There was no light coming around from outside of him. And when he went to shake my hand, I swear I could feel his fingers on my elbow.
Yes.
It's like this doesn't make any sense. People aren't supposed to be. That's what this cow
Bevo
is like.
Yeah.
You think it's big? It's the size of a semi.
It's huge.
Enormous.
Remember Ralphie the Buffalo?
Oh, yeah. That
Same thing.
Those guys run alongside that thing?
So
no way.
They let Ralphie go, right? They came out. This is in Colorado. And we're not going to move for Ralphie the Buffalo. It's going to move for us.
I bet you will.
It turned the goalpost, and we felt the ground move, and this thing is just snotting and bubbling, and you realize they're not holding him. They're being dragged.
Oh, they're along for the ride.
Yeah, get away.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a buffalo, and it's just going back to where it belongs. Yeah, crazy.
Did you guys have a husky on the sideline?
We did, but Sundowner was cool.
Sundowner, that's his name?
Sundowner came out, said what's up, and went right back in and went to sleep. That's what he does.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a minute since you were in college. I imagine there's been multiple Sundowners.
I think they changed names, and we're up to like the third of the new one.
Oh, interesting. They usually kind of keep the same names.
Yeah.
So, like, I know Texas A&M has like Reveille,
Yeah.
and then it's like Reveille 8.
I
or
think we
whatever.
switched, but yeah, he was a pro. He'd walk out, "What's up? Hey, yep, that's me."
He's a
Back
cutie.
inside.
What a life! That sounds amazing. I bet they fed him really well.
Great.
I bet he was
The coat was perfect.
Yeah, well manicured and groomed. Sundowner.
Sundowner.
I bet
What's up, man?
Sundowner lived the life,
Hey,
man.
I also think that the previous UGA that had won was alive for the Georgia National Championship that happened, and then he passed away I think right after that, and they had to replace the UGA. But it's a really big deal because the last UGA won a national championship for the team because he was out there playing. So
Good luck charm. Yeah, exactly. I believe in the power of the mascot.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have a mascot at Santa Barbara.
Bro, I bumped into the LSU Tiger mascot. I didn't know there was a real cage.
Ugh.
Do they still do that?
It was there when I was. This is like 4 or 5.
I think they do it for a couple games. I don't
Okay.
know if it's
That
every
was
game.
Terrifying. There's a real tiger right there.
No way.
Yes.
No, I'm not getting within 100 feet of that thing.
It looks like it could get out whenever it wanted to. No.
Game Day Comfort is powered by NextGen, the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN to snag their $88 drain cleaning special today. No, I don't mess with animals.
At all.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. And I don't I'm
Well,
not anti.
dogs, pets, yeah.
That's fine. Like if you have a golden retriever, I'm going to pet. That's fine. I'm not, but I do not pet with anything or mess with anything that's not a domesticated pet.
Like,
And-
this is my white tiger, and he's friendly.
No.
Yeah.
This tiger's been in movies. He's trained. No
Nope.
way. No way. There's people that feed raccoons and get
It ain't trained. It's well fed.
It's chilling until it's not.
Wait till it gets hungry.
I mean, watch the documentary on HBO Max, Chimp Crazy, and you'll learn there.
Chimps are like the strongest pound for pound creature on the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they'll tear your face. Remember Roy? Was it Roy or Siegfried that got attacked by his white tiger?
One of them.
One of them's like that. That tiger was trained right up until it wasn't.
Yes, I like that. What did Chris Rock say? That tiger didn't go crazy. That tiger went tiger. Yeah.
Nope. I'm gonna go over here. You know, put a guy in a suit and have him dance around. Right. Have the long tail.
Or have him fight with other mascots. Yes.
That's always kind of funny.
That has to be an agreement, right? We're not going to hurt each other.
I think sometimes it starts like that, and then one person probably lands a shot. They're like, "Hey, man, we said we're not going to do that, so now I got to give you
And
one."
now it gets serious.
And now we're fighting.
Yes.
Wait, you're talking about like people in mascot
Yes.
costumes?
People in
Okay,
mascots.
so have you guys seen the? I don't know. I think it's either Minneapolis or Indianapolis, but they do a mascots play little kids, like the Little League, the Pop Warner kids.
I have seen
and
that.
they like
They're running those
I
kids
love
over.
the Colts guy, the Colts mascot, because he just stiff arms these little kids and gets in beefs with them. It cracks me up.
I saw the
The
Stanford
kids are okay.
tree fight the cow bear, and it was hilarious.
It's funny, right?
Yeah,
Just
it
the
was-
tree fighting.
And because he's in that suit, so he's trying to get his arms out of the tree. And the bear is like taking him to school. The bear's just peppering
Yes.
him. It's like, this is a mismatch. We
Hilarious.
can't do this. NFL picks against the spread and the dump. Coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the mark. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club, Diddy!
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
Shop Dell Technologies Cyber Monday event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Cyber Monday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
I know I don't have to tell her to do this because she does it anyway, but I'm going to say it anyway. Emily, check my math here before we go into week 14. Em has the lead. She's got 76. Is that what you have? Mm-hmm. Okay. Jorge is second at 69. Nice. DeMarco has 64.
Yep.
And I have 54.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Week 14. I'm going first this week.
All right.
We're going to start like we do every week. Buffalo at Los Angeles. The Rams are 3.5-point underdogs at home. I'm going to take the Rams, and I'm going to put them at 1, and that's how we're going to do.
You're risking the 1.
I'm risking the 1.
Okay.
I don't want to pick against them, but I don't love that chance. You're up next.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I'm going to go for broke then. I don't know who's – can you tell me who else you're going to – the games?
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works? Dang. What the heck?
So your
Swag.
Just so I understand, your game plan is just to stay ahead of me at this point.
I'm trying to gain.
Okay.
I need points here.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go LA2.
LA2.
Yeah, I'm willing to risk 2.
Numero dos.
Yes.
M.
So I think that 3.5 is too small for the Rams to even cover it. I think the Bills are going to come in and whomp them. So I'm going to go Bills at 2.
Bills at 2. Brian is picking for Jorge.
No, I'm over here.
Oh, you're over there.
Yeah.
Oh, snuck in the
Yeah,
back.
I was
door.
like, he's right here.
What does Diaz? Give me the Bills at 4. I don't like the Rams on this one.
Bills at 4. That's probably not a terrible pick. All right, DeMarco, you're going first here. Chargers on the road in KC. This is interesting. KC's been horrible against the number this year. Kansas City 4-point favorite at home against the Chargers.
Wow, and they've been winning close, right? Nail biters. You know what? I'll take the Chargers as my 4.
Ooh,
on a limb.
Going up
there you
high.
go. Yes,
Going up
Chargers
high.
as my 4, I believe.
M.
So I don't know why, but I feel like this game is going to be the one where Chiefs are like, okay, here we go. Let's actually beat someone by 10 points. So I think that the Chargers have only been 2 teams above 500, and both those teams are barely above 500. The Chiefs are much better than that. So I'm going to go Chiefs at my 3.
KC at 3. Jorge.
Give me they've been close. Give me the Chargers at 1.
Chargers at 1. Kansas City has lost 7 straight games against the spread. 7 times in a row they have failed to cover, and against some bad teams too. Against Carolina, against the Raiders twice. They're really struggling. I also tend to agree with what Emily said. They absolutely nailed me last week. I had them at the 4 against Carolina or against the Raiders, thinking that it was going to work out. It didn't. Once bitten, twice shy. Give me KC all the way at the top at number 4 because it's got to happen eventually. Emily, you're batting lead off in this one. Raiders at Tampa, 6.5 points for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home.
It is the battle of the squash-buckling Pirates.
Yeah, Pirate v. Pirate.
Pirate game, Pirate Bowl. So I think that the Buccaneers are better than the record shows. I think that they are a better team by far than the Raiders. Like we mentioned before, how I picked Brock Bowers as my pick of the week because to be the receiving leader on the Raiders because they have no one else. So I think the Buccaneers shut them down. So I have Buccaneers at my 4.
Tampa at 4. Jorge.
Give me the Bucks at my 3.
Bucks at 3. I'm doing the same. Bucks at 3. I think they're going to smoke the Raiders. The Raiders have been getting Tampa has a chance to jump into first place in their division to go over Atlanta, who is reeling all of a sudden. So they got to take care of their business. I'm going to take Tampa. DeMarco.
Make that 3 times. Tampa is my 3. This is the only one I have confidence in.
Tampa at 3. By the way, that's 3-3-4-3. That means the Raiders are covering, if not winning outright. That's how that works. Last one, Seattle. This is an important game for the Rams as well. Seattle on the road in Arizona. Arizona is a 2.5-point home favorite. Jorge, you go first.
Cardinals, 2.
AZ at 2. I'm going to take Arizona as well, and I only have my 2 left. DeMarco, you only have your
AZ
1 left.
Yep.
AZ 1. M.
I think you guys are all picking them because you want them to win. I think the Seahawks are a better team than the Cardinals. I think that they will come. They win these close games. I feel like they didn't against the Rams, but I feel like Geno, I trust him to get it done. So I'm not confident enough. I'm gonna do Seahawks at 1.
Seattle at 1. There you go. And my comeback starts now, and I should probably start getting my Chili's tuxedo ready or whatever
I
else.
thought we were going to Benihana.
Well, there are 2 options on the table, and I'm trying to think between the 2, and I'll see how it feels.
She's already counting her win.
How many weeks left?
4. 5.
How many points behind are you?
I'm asking about the points. I just don't want to pay or wear a costume.
Well, you don't have to pay. Only the winner doesn't pay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't want to wear a costume.
You're only 7 points back. You got a shot. Not a very good one. At least you guys are in the 60s. I'm in the low 50s.
We would go to a taco truck if it was my choice.
Oh.
Nice.
Tijuanazo, right?
Tijuanazo, indeed.
Let's go do that. That's pretty darn good. All right, time for the dump. The USC Marshall School of Business announced earlier today that the spring class taught by Pete Carroll will be called, quote, Game is Life, and it will be, quote, designed to help students develop their personal game plan for life after graduation.
I love it.
Amen.
Outside of being a great football coach, he is a great leader of men, especially young people. So you could learn a lot from Pete Carroll about time management, if anything. You know what I mean? About commitment, all that stuff, so important.
I have long said, and I mean this 100% sincerely, especially if you are an athlete that's going to come into money quickly, right? Somebody needs to teach you how to do that. There needs to be a class on how to survive. What we were talking about, that, hey, look, this is what your life is going to be like after this money comes in. And that's for the athletes, but this for anybody. There's one thing, hey, we're going to learn this history class, this chemistry class, and learn, but this is what's waiting for you on the other side. These are the things you need to know how to do. This is how you need to navigate the next 50 years of your life.
Some already have that with their parents. It just depends on what environment you come from. But don't you think that young people at some point in their lives need to struggle?
Sure.
But I think you're kind of circumventing that now.
No. They're going to struggle no matter what.
But you're coming into school with $10 million in your pocket.
The athletes, by the way, that's going to bring different type of struggle, but it can bring struggle.
I mean, like being broke.
No.
Yeah.
They're
ramen, macaroni and cheese.
Might not happen first. Could happen later.
Okay, it's true.
Yeah. You may not be the guy that said, I can't go out tonight. I don't have money for a pitcher of beer.
This is true.
But it may be I bought too many crossbows and invested in too many wrong things, and now I can't do anything. Christmas tree farm.
It was a good idea, I thought.
See,
Christmas comes every year.
Maybe Pete Carroll would say, hey, guys, if anybody says Christmas tree farm, that's when you say, I appreciate your time, but I'm out.
Not him.
Good
idea, but not him.
Couple of good birthdays today. Giannis Antetokounmpo turns 30 years old today. Is he the best player in the league?
I wouldn't mind having him. I mean,
if you had the first pick and you took him, nobody's laughing at you.
Giannis or Jokic, right?
Yeah, those are Luka.
Luka would be on the list.
Can I throw one out there?
Go ahead.
I don't think Tatum would be in the first handful of guys, but I don't think anybody would take him first necessarily.
Yeah.
This would be big risk, big reward.
Go ahead.
Ja.
Oh, yeah. You'd have fun for as long as it lasted.
Yeah. Ja's amazing.
He is. He's must-see TV.
Yeah.
He is worth the price of admission. Definitely.
He is. We're talking about flipping channel. Wait, who's Memphis? Let's see what happens next.
Of course.
I am stopping to see what that dude's doing.
I do with Giannis, too, and he's getting better.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He's improving his game. He's expanding his game.
And he has no knucklehead in him. Like, he is a pro.
Kind of a jerk, though.
but not in a not miss games kind of way.
In a Olajuwon jerk way. Yeah. He's very professional.
No,
I like that.
He's buttoned up. Happy birthday, happy 57th birthday to director, producer, writer, stand-up comedian, Judd Apatow.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Love his stuff.
Favorite Apatow movie?
Give me a list.
Well, there's all the ones.
Give me a list.
Do you have a favorite Apatow
Give me a list.
movie?
I'm giving you a list right now.
Go
we
ahead.
got King of Staten Island. We got Bridesmaids. We got Trainwreck. We got Begin Again. This is 40. Step Brothers.
Slow down.
Well, you asked for a list.
Bridesmaids is awesome. Go ahead.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Super Bad.
Also
Knocked
good.
Up.
All of them. Yes.
Heavyweights.
There's not one I don't like.
Anchorman.
All funny. They all hit the same way to me. He's like speaking my language. I get it.
He's our age, which it kind of resonates in that sweet spot. You know what's I don't want to say sneaky because it was successful and everybody knows of it, but just makes me laugh every single time. forgetting Sarah Marshall.
It's great.
Yeah.
It is so. Jason Segel is great in that. Mila
Except when he's
Kunis
standing
looks
there.
great in
Russell
that.
Brand is great as a terrible person.
Except when he's standing there butt naked. We could have done without that.
It bothers you?
We could have done
Well, you
without
have
that.
a mirror in your house?
movie.
But we could have done without that, Mr. Siegel.
I love when he's playing the music and singing the weird puppet songs. Like
Yes.
that's just a super weird, great movie.
Sneaky from Judd Apatow that I really love is he was a big champion of the show Girls on HBO.
Yeah.
And found Lena Dunham and put her on the show, or helped me get her show made. And it's one of my favorite shows of all time. So
What was her and Odell Beckham Jr. thing? Leah Dunham. Didn't they have an issue?
Probably.
Oh, that's right. At the Met Gala.
Yeah, I don't really know the details, but I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, it was before he got here. Like he had no idea who she was,
which is fine.
That's okay.
But she got upset about it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
one of those things.
There's
okay,
a lot of
I'm
people
not advocating for Lena Dunham's personal attitude.
That name
I
was
like her
popular
show.
for yeah.
Today in 1964, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was released.
Aw.
That stop motion one, I'm assuming, right?
That was so good.
That's how you knew it was Christmas.
Big time.
When
I know.
when that showed up, that one, Frosty. There was that one with the animated bears. I forget what it was. Where
Animated
they
bears?
they'd come out of hibernation to celebrate Christmas, and the little bears and Mom was always trying to calm them down.
You got me with that one.
You don't remember
I
that
gotta
one?
look that one up.
Yeah.
Which one had Heat Miser?
That was
Frosty.
A Year Without a Santa Claus.
Frosty.
Frosty.
Had the Heat
No,
Miser.
Heat Miser is A Year Without a Santa Claus. I'm Mr. Heat Miser.
That wasn't in Frosty?
Nope, that is
wow.
A Year Without a
I
Santa
would've got
Claus.
that way wrong.
Heat Miser.
Same
Ramona,
genre.
what's in that bag? Is what's in that bag what I think is in that
she
bag?
can't hear you.
Okay.
Ramona, we're talking
see.
about
we'll
you.
See. We'll I'm worried about what's in that bag. Did you bring the stuff? You did?
Did you bring the
Oh,
stuff?
boy. You might not have been here for
That
this.
sounds illegal.
Yeah.
Did you bring the stuff?
Oh, you forgot to. Okay,
What
I
stuff
survived.
are you referring
She was
to?
going to cut my hair.
No way. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I was here for that.
You were- yeah.
Is she going to cut your hair?
She forgot her clippers.
Oh, that's too bad.
So I
Okay.
escaped. Super Crosstalks coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
The season of savings is on, and George Chevrolet is bringing you the best offers to help you drive into the holidays in style. That's right, George Chevrolet, your 6-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, is dedicated to earning your business by saving you money. Shop from their wide inventory of the latest Chevy models, like the redesigned Chevy Traverse, the all-electric Chevy Blazer EV and Equinox EV, Silverado, Trax, and more. Visit George Chevrolet off the 91 Freeway, Lakewood exit in Bellflower, or online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppable, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Fabric Talk. Hello, my love. I am your living room carpet. I see everything. I feel everything. After a while, I smell like everything, including Sir Pickles, who you snuggle with while binging that dating show you can't stop watching. So, how about we freshen things up with Febreze Fabric Spray? Oh, and a big spray for my pals, couch and ottoman. Ah, yes, refreshing. Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
Get ready, LA. The Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is back at SoFi Stadium on December 18th at 6 p.m. Be there as the Mountain West top team goes head-to-head with the former Pac-12 contender in a showdown you won't want to miss. Tickets and premium suites are on sale now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a part of the action. Visit LABowlGame.com to secure your seats today. That's LABowlGame.com.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger.
Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
The phrases that I've heard come out of your two guys' mouths in the last 30 seconds are very massage related.
Yeah.
But I heard destroy me and you got to get up in there. Those are the two things
If you walked in, then you wouldn't know what we're talking about.
You're getting a massage after the show today?
90 minutes.
90 minutes?
Dude, I can't believe you just did that. My wife didn't know.
Oh,
Now
sorry
she
about
knows.
that.
Yeah.
Never tell me anything. Does she listen, by the way?
Of course she does.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I gotta recalibrate everything
Yes,
now.
everything.
I've had one massage and I felt like I got beat up after it was
Yeah,
done.
guys are wimps.
I never went back.
My masseuse, her name is Sabrina, and she's probably 97 pounds, and she just crushes. She's just like with her feet and everything.
Everything.
And she's like, "Wow, you're really strong." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "She's like, if I did this to most of my clients, they would scream and run out of here."
Yes.
But that's relaxing to have somebody grind away?
I mean,
I have lots of stuff that needs to be fixed.
Is it like an emotional component or is this a physical thing?
Physical. I mean, I think it's all like
You
a
have to think about it.
I mean, maybe it's both. I don't know. Like,
No.
I mean,
I got some knots
I
that
got
need
a
to be
torn
worked out.
hamstring. I
Yeah.
got shoulder stuff from my playing days.
You tore your hamstring.
Oh yeah.
Really? How did you
Yeah.
tear your hamstring? Were you fast?
No. Yes, but that's not how I tore it. It's when my 5-year-old jumped on my back.
Oh, and
from
you-
a statue, and I
Yeah.
was not looking, and all of his 65 pounds at the time
There he is.
weight came in, like just all of it
Yeah,
went into
yeah,
my
yeah.
hamstring, and it popped.
Pop. Yep.
Pop.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, that's what that feels like. Oh, I know when people talk about a pop now.
I need an elbow
I get
into my hamstring, into my glute.
That's why I didn't run. That's why I
We're talking
didn't
about
run at the softball
massages.
game.
Are you a massage guy?
Well, you know what? Ireland and I both have those massage chairs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but those
I've not
aren't
been
nothing.
to get a massage. What's that?
Those are weak.
Oh, you should try it. You should try. They
I
are
mean,
not
You're still thrilled with the
I
purchase.
do not need to go for a massage.
I've
I
been
am-
to a massage. I've had a massage chair. It's like a little vibration.
No.
You got one of the high-end
you got-
chairs?
No,
You
this
know?
this massage chair.
Needing.
Ireland and I went 2 for 1, and I will tell you that it was a 6-figure purchase.
What?
No.
Are you
With a
serious?
decimal
That's not-
point?
Say, I'm counting the zero.
High-end
zero, zero at
chairs.
the end.
Yeah, they were expensive.
What would that? A 2-0?
No, I think you're a 5. It had one. It had a.
You're right. It's 5-0.
Yeah.
purchase.
You didn't
I'm like,
spend
is that
$100,000.
$100,000?
You didn't spend
That's
$100,000
a lot.
on chairs.
Wow.
Yeah. That worth it?
Worth it. No, I'll tell you, the deal with it, Ireland bragged about it for years and years.
Wow.
And he said, okay, I got a deal. If we buy 2 of them, we can get it for this amount. And I'm like, all right. So we got matching massage chairs.
Nice.
Now,
Wow.
let me tell you, you have been broadcast partners for a long time when you
You
go
going
out
on
and
massage
buy
chairs?
matching massage chairs.
You guys could
I,
get like.
I kind of want to see this like side by side.
Oh, I'm telling you, it would kick your ass.
It's
Momo.
called the
This-
egg? No, not that one.
No, it's a. I don't. It's a Japanese. Oh,
Yeah,
sake.
I think
we
I know-
talked about
yeah.
this before, and Susan was listening the day we talked about it, and she because I was am intrigued, and she very quickly said, "No, you're not doing that." When
Yeah.
she heard
What
the
is up
price
with
point.
your hair?
Well, this is what I was going to talk about next.
Oh,
I
it's
should have
loose.
cut your hair.
So I didn't put any of my
Loose.
stuff in it today.
Yeah, well,
right.
it looks good
because
too.
I thought Ramona was going to cut
I
my
know.
hair
I forgot.
today.
I forgot.
Right?
You look
So-
like a completely different
I-
person.
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
it's casual Friday.
I like
Well,
it.
you just
Yeah, I
know-
just-
Does anybody have any hair cutting
I-
scissors? I could do it right now.
I got
Or
up this
product.
morning.
The man needs either
wash
scissors or
my
product.
hair
A
and just
switchblade.
put on
think you
combed
look
it
fine.
back.
Yeah.
And just got my hat.
I think it
Yeah.
looks good, man.
No, it
Oh yeah,
doesn't.
no, it does. It's like you let it.
I don't even
let
know
it
you
fly,
right
man.
now.
Let it fly.
Oh my God! Look at you.
Look, bangs.
Put on some Weezer.
Put on some Weezer.
What do you think?
I think you can roll with that
No, I don't.
in some places.
Yeah.
See, this is why we go this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that makes
No,
no
go the other
sense.
way. You look like a stressed out professor. Come on, this way.
No, this
Yeah,
way
that
makes
way.
me look like I'm a creep in the park.
Yeah,
No, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
that's definitely part. Yeah,
Oh my
totally.
God.
Yeah, that's it.
Drive
What
that
about
van.
sideways? There it is.
Oh, like the math teacher
This,
kind
see,
of thing?
this is some
See?
Weezer.
There you
Pardon?
go.
Yeah, there's some Weezer.
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe I'll just start doing the show like this.
Wow.
Somebody
I was-
explain this song to me.
What is that, Beverly
Beverly
Hills?
Hills.
Yeah.
I know, but somebody explain.
That's what I want
To be
Yeah.
living.
I want to be rich.
Yeah. Living.
That's a great song.
Yes.
I'd like to live in Beverly Hills.
It's fun.
I like the sweater song too.
Sweater
Oh,
song.
yeah.
Just
Good
hold
to
this
destroy
thread and
my sweater.
Exactly. That's another good.
I'm weak on
Did you
my
ever hear
Weezer.
their album of covers? Album of Covers, they did really good song. Although
This is Take On Me by Weezer.
Yeah. They did that.
And then we have Africa.
Africa.
I've
they
heard
did the
Africa.
Toto song, yeah.
That whole album's covers?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
they
had no
did an
idea.
album of covers.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I've never seen them in concert, but I hear they're good.
But your hair is very Weezer to me.
Very
Right?
Weezer.
You do look like Weezer.
Yeah.
Or Elvis Costello.
I got to see what I got going on here. Hold on,
That's Elvis Costello right there. There you
Now
go.
I really want to cut your hair.
Oh,
Dang
no,
it.
that's terrible.
I won't do it with
now
regular
it's all
scissors,
poofed
though.
up to the side?
No, it is poofed up.
Nice.
Yeah. God, I have no hair
Speaking
left
of
to
poofed
speak
up.
of.
What's up?
So,
What's going on with your hair under there?
my hair is just, I didn't wash it because I'm getting a
Jeez.
haircut today.
Perfect. Look at that hairline.
Silver fox.
So
bummed out.
Speaking of hair, I was just thinking, because the subject of my grandmother on my mom's side came up yesterday.
Okay.
And she was one of those beauty shop ladies. She would go to the beauty shop once a week and she would get it tuned up. I don't think she ever said get it tuned up, but that's what she was doing.
Uh-huh.
So she went to Barry the stylist and at the Golden Comb. And my grandmother's hair was like some sort of architectural piece structure.
Was it all up high?
It was up high,
Yeah.
but it was also wide, and it was tilted because she had a
Whoa.
hearing aid in this ear, so she was covering the hearing aid.
Awesome.
So it was like a big, crazy hair. I
Was
don't
it
think-
blue?
It was bluish gray.
Yeah,
it was bluish
that's like
gray.
an older generation thing where the old
Yeah.
ladies would dye their hair, but they didn't cover all the gray. But
That's
it had
right.
like it had like a
Yeah.
odd blue,
A blue
hue.
It's
hue.
to
either
it.
purple or
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
purple or blue.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's something like when you get over 70, 75, that's a thing.
The blue?
Yeah, the blue or the half the hair is like a streak. And
I
it's
see
like,
people color their hair my color.
Well,
What do you white?
Yeah, white.
Okay.
but
Yeah.
you have great hair. Like you,
Yeah.
there's no reason that like
But
that
there are
looks
younger
good.
people who are like, oh, I think I'd like white. And they go out and they get it.
There's my future right there.
What do you
Where's
got?
your
Bald,
future?
straight up bald.
Michael
Oh, I
Levine,
thought
yeah.
your future
No,
was going to
just-
be on NBA
Just,
today.
just shave it off.
Just
Yeah,
shave it off?
Just shave it off. Let it
Well,
go.
that's an option that men have that
Yeah.
women typically do not.
We can just go bald.
What's
Go
your plan for old age, Momo?
Oh, I'm just going to dye it forever.
Just blue?
blue?
No,
Is it dyed now?
blue.
yeah.
Oh, yeah? How
Well, yeah.
often do you get it
Every
done?
couple months, like so basically, I've always colored my hair. It's just like a highlighting thing. It takes like an hour and a half,
Right.
At least. It's a weave with the foil and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then, like I would say, in the last actually, it really was the second kid that did me in. That's when I started getting really gray.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the base color, I used to have a perfect base color, but then after a while, the base started turning gray.
Mm-hmm.
So not only are your highlights growing up, but your base is turning gray. So
Oh.
I have to get the base and the highlights.
It's like
done.
tricolor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that
So-
happen with?
But the good news is
yeah.
my with gray and my hair is blonde. It's
When
not
did you
so
start
bad.
doing that? Like when did you start? Because Susan and I have been
20s.
together forever.
I started in my 20s.
Yeah, my
So
20s.
get my hair brown.
she would color her
Brown?
hair in high school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when you just start when you're like
I think
a
after
girl?
college. After college, I
colored
started.
hair?
See, my hair started going white when I was 26,
Oh,
27
wow.
So
years
you
old.
fought it and then just let it go.
Fought it for a long time, probably 20 years. And then finally I said, all right, that's it.
I
And
remember when you were going gray.
Oh, and
like,
it was-
like cycling out of
there was
the
a weird
coloring.
in-between.
I thought you were dyeing it blonde.
So did
And-
everybody.
And I'm like, what is he doing?
Everybody thought I
like
was
this is a
dyeing my hair
weird look
blonde.
for Mace. And
Yeah.
then when I realized you were just letting the color run out, I'm
Yes.
like, oh, that's a much better plan.
Yeah, I mean, it is a fact, by the way, that I went gay before I went gray. The gray was harder.
Wow.
It was,
it?
oh, it
I
was
will
more,
never
it was
go
more
gray.
difficult.
I will never grow gay.
It doesn't bother me.
You will never
what?
Go gray.
Oh,
Why?
I said
Gray.
You would never go gay.
Does it bother
Yeah,
you?
right.
I don't know. You can
Going
keep
gray?
that off
Yeah.
open.
Not
Why
at all.
not?
Me neither.
No, sign of success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
for
earned
men,
it.
it's different.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
earned this gray.
That's
yes.
like your guy. My dad used to walk around. He'd pat his belly. He'd say, "I earned this."
That's right. You did. But
Earned
you,
it.
you have age appropriate hair, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So do you. We all have
I think
age-
I'm a little advanced. Am I not?
You're,
For
like, you're
59,
on the
I'm-
lucky side.
Yeah, for
you have
59,
more hair
I'm
than
But
your
every
average
now and then you
59-year-old.
meet a 50-plus-year-old guy with 25-year-old hair that
Yeah.
just doesn't match.
Yeah.
You were
Yes.
talking color-wise?
Just,
that's
you
almo-
know, it just doesn't match.
See
but
that
here's
a
the thing.
lot.
Yeah,
It's almost always somebody corking their bat.
Exactly.
50-something-year-old men do not have naturally dark hair. It
Right.
just does. It may be they're corking their bat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it looks unnatural.
It looks. You
And
can't-
by the way, when I see you, I know.
Yeah, we all know.
Yes, we do.
We all know. That's what you do.
And we
But
all
it
play
depends
balls.
on how good your colorist is.
It can look less ridiculous,
Yes.
but it still looks
I mean, if you
kinda
just
ridiculous.
go to the store and buy some color and do it yourself, it's
No.
going to look ridiculous. But if you go to a real salon and a real hairstylist, it'll look great.
We had a sportscaster in Toledo, Ohio. His name was Michael Regai, and I
I
think
love
he's
that you
still.
name names.
I think he's still working. I think he's still working like Cleveland Cavaliers
Yeah.
sidelines or something like that. He went from Toledo to Cleveland. So one day, his hair had been thinning, and one day he came in wearing a toupee.
Oh.
Imagine that. You're on every
Yeah.
single day.
So it's super noticeable.
All of a sudden, one day you've got a
Full
toupee.
head of hair. Okay.
So as a mature radio broadcaster,
Yes.
obviously I did the natural thing.
Made
Didn't
fun
say
of him.
anything?
No, I started calling him Michael Rugeye.
Oh, God.
That's very
That's
mature of
true.
you.
It was very mature.
So
I was 20.
Similar. I had a teammate at Santa Barbara who we came in the same year, and we were teammates for 4 years. And then we both graduate, and we had the alumni game that you would come back to.
Yeah.
And not everybody would come back every year.
Yeah.
So sometimes you'd miss a guy, and he'd miss you, or whatever it is. So finally, when my class kind of all came back at the same time, one of my old teammates, who did not have great teeth to begin with, got the Freddie Freeman's. Like
you
the
got the
full
veneers.
set of
Chompers.
veneers,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
The Matthew Stafford, like, bright blue,
Yeah.
like Rex Ryan specials. And he comes into the dugout, and we're all getting there, and we hadn't seen him in a couple of years at this point, but we knew you when you were 18, and it's like, so what would you like us to do with this? Like, how would you like us to talk about the situation that's going on in your mouth? And, teammates and stuff, so you can bust each other's chops like that, but he's like, what are you talking about? Like, dude, we know that that's not a natural situation.
Right.
It's like, oh, yeah, I got him done a little while ago. Like, oh, you stink.
Lead with
See,
that.
I got him. I got him myself.
Veneers?
Yeah,
You didn't get the Freemans.
I have veneers. No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
all
you
right.
can't tell.
They're all right.
Okay.
But when I went there, the guy gave me a choice. He said, you can make these look natural, or you can make them look really white. And I went natural, and I regret it. I should have gone all white.
Yeah.
No,
you're good.
No.
You're good.
The all whites are white, but they're like, come on.
You can't help
You're
but stare at them.
You're corking your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you might not be corking your bat anymore.
Corking your bat.
We gonna get LeBron tonight, you think? Or are we finally gonna do the?
I think he'll finally sit, don't you think?
He better.
I
hope so. He should.
so.
I don't know. I made an impassioned stand the other day, and then I regret it.
Yeah,
later.
Momo does not believe he's aging.
I watched
She
the
brought
game,
this
and I was
up.
like,
Yeah.
He's definitely aging.
You don't believe he's aging?
No, I believe he's
Momo
aging,
doesn't
but I
believe
believe
in people
that
getting older, according to our show earlier this week.
I believe that he is obviously he's aged. He can't bring it every night like he does, but I don't think he has to sit out. I think he should change the way he plays a bit, right? He should change, like on nights when he doesn't have it, just be the facilitator. Really lean on Anthony Davis. Make other guys shine. Play 26 minutes, not 39. Like, is there a way for you to change how you go about, like, when you go to the gym and you don't have it that day and you just kind of modify?
Yeah.
Like, can you do that? Like, your presence alone is good enough for them to
Does
affect the game.
does LeBron only have one speed?
All out.
All out.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, that's what it
He
seems
And,
like.
needs
it's
to not
interesting.
play for a while.
Rest.
Never mind try to throttle it back and forth, but to
Rest.
just say, from last season to the Olympics to right into this season, that just taking a
I mean, he
period
had
of
29
time
the
off.
other night.
He'll have games where he's good, but he doesn't need to have a game here or there. He needs to be at least as much of LeBron as he can be if they got any shot at all.
So Bobby Marks and I were just talking before I was driving in here, and he was like, they really only have 8 guys who are playable right now. If you think about it, 8 guys. Like other teams have guys on 2 ways that are doing stuff. They have guys on the bench that are productive. Think about who's not able to play for them right now. Okay, Austin Reeves has been out.
Vanderbilt.
Jackson Hayes has been out. Vanderbilt's been out. Jaden
Wait a minute.
Hood-Schifino's been
Vanderbilt's out?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my God.
Breaking news.
I
I
know.
thought you were
But
mature.
there's so many guys that could be playing that could take some of those minutes that could contribute something. Yeah. But right now, they're 8 men deep. That's it.
And that's the catch, right?
Yeah.
That if you try to manage his minutes or eliminate minutes, then you're going to lose.
Yeah.
Right.
And so if you fall too far behind, you're not going to catch back up. And then what is he fresh for to begin with?
Right.
It's this brutal cycle.
Yeah.
I am glad that you were wearing a name tag, because sometimes I forget your name.
Did you
when
get
I come
yours
in.
yet?
I did get
gotten
mine.
mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did get
don't know
mine.
why I
There you
haven't
go.
gotten it.
DeMarco's is spelled
They misspelled my name
Did they
again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Is it
man.
D-E?
No, see?
D
D apostrophe?
Apostrophe. Keep
Yeah.
going. Spell it.
But that's misleading. You got to turn around and look at it, and you'll see why.
Yes.
Yeah.
D''Marco.
Wrong. Incorrect.
D' capital
Capital
M-A-R-C-O.
Oh, wow.
But everything is capitalized there. Yeah.
Right there.
You're in my phone as D-E-M-A-R-C-O because I sound things out.
Yes.
I,
Please remove the E.
I did find out that calling him Mark will work.
No,
really?
that's only
Mark.
when you can't get it right. Mark will be okay, and then I'll never speak to you
Last
again.
resort.
Right.
Yeah, last
How
resort.
about so Lonzo Ball's manager is Darren Moore, and everybody just calls him Demo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we call you Demo?
Yeah, D-Far, D-Booty,
D-Far,
whatever.
yeah, I like D-Far.
Yeah.
I'll go with DeMarco.
There you go.
Yeah, I think
Not
DeMarco's
D-Booty.
just
Not
fine.
D-Booty.
No, I'd
Super
feel-
Crosstalks brought to you by In-N-Out. In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger's all about.